Grizz, hey, my chains froze as fuck, can't wear them all at once cause they too big. Shit like 5M, we run shit down like GTA, you did. Irritated cause her head fired, but the pussy mid. Like your stepdaddy act up, we lay that belt on one of you kids. In this bitch with K-sign, convict like Akon. You play, you catch 30 just like the nigga that play with Draymond. I'm working but get freaky for me, make it squirt on FaceTime. She see this shit, she leaving you, you better hope your bait blind. I know how to adapt, I got comfortable in a trap. I made M's off of Twitch, nigga, W's in the chat. We just stepping in our city, bitch, we stomp across the map. Gotta pay to join the gang, pussy boy, it costs a hat. Had to teach these niggas, take them back to school like Castanet. I'm in Paris on some fashion shit, got on some Prada slacks. Boy, I'm grown, I can hit your bitch and your mama slap. They say, bro, the streets dry, they need Grizz, roger that. My chains froze as fuck, can't wear them all at once cause they too big. Shit like 5M, we run shit down like GTA, you did. Irritated cause her head fired, but the pussy mid. Like your stepdaddy act up, we lay that belt on one of you kids. In this bitch with K-sign, convict like Akon. You play, you catch 30 just like the nigga that play with Draymond. Not working but get freaky for me, make it squirt on FaceTime. She see this shit, she leaving you, you better hope your bait blind.
Beat this bitch on cam, babe, tryna get some content. Around some bitches so damn bad, I need a sidekick. Bro should scout for the NBA, high as ass go find shit. NDA finna get like Shicey them and make whole sign shit. I kill a nigga today, no GTA. Last time I stood in line for something was probably them Seaman J's. Fuck the Drake, grab the food by the K, bro, we gon' need more range. Fuck be safe, told my niggas stay dangerous, you gotta be the threat. She must be by her pussy wet, cause I pulled up in cat. Pocket so damn fat, I do a flip, I still won't drop a rack. Proud of myself, I remember I was pulling up striker scat. Law with the belt, a nigga try me, you gon' hear the smack.
My chains froze as fuck, can't wear them all at once cause they too big. Shit like 5M, we run shit down like GTA, you did. Irritated cause her head fired, but the pussy mid. Like your stepdaddy act up, we lay that belt on one of you kids. In this bitch with K-sign, convict like Akon. You play, you catch 30 just like the nigga that play with Draymond. Not working but get freaky for me, make it squirt on FaceTime. She see this shit, she leaving you, you better hope your bait blind.
Digital.
Yeah. Time for some action. I try to chat no more about what could've been. It's the past and you full of shit. They be packed out at the event. Couldn't pass off the load, I lifted it. I'm spreading the loaf of bread. She do better with both her hands. The eye of the storm rolling back. Sun rising over Miami. Wifey said I could take bro to Sam's. White coat with the gang in the lab. Took the potion and made me relax. I go up to keep everything balanced. This shit boring if you don't like facts. I put gold bullion on the track. I put foil in all they plans. I've been toiling longer than them. 10-toe down modular gap. That bullshit not finna land. That's why they say up in the air. Gotta live out the lie that you rap till I push it back on the sidewalk square.
Take me away.
Hey, not shocked at the state of affairs. I'm not playing with them or preparing.
I'm too high, I got stuck on the stair. Tough to buy, cause in low when I'm there. Other coast one way like a Karen. Send them off in good hands like a parent. Make the pack do kinesiology. High grade got me speaking at colleges. Thought I'd go D1 off of Scully. I see green in the beach like Polly. Shit, an addiction played off as a hobby. Bro got the thingamajig in the lobby. Press-elect, I ain't wired too tightly. Fed expendable niggas just copy. Only nanogram baby can stop me. Who's who on the break like a Thompson. You get tapped like a follower. I was like this before it was popular. We made a stream in the east without popping up. You wanna beat me, little nigga, was stopping it. Yelling we not me with my head down, acting like shit wasn't possible. Uncle Charlie and KG memes on the screen when them niggas that brought him up. Who he came up with, he ain't learned nothing. Wanna treat me like a starter, I tell him bring double like Rogers Camardi. The OG to cut the malarkey, and the cookie cut short on your plans. If you don't wanna step up and guard me, won't be long for I'm doing my dance.
Take me away.
I had unwritten best in the field. It was verbal, but it had a feel. I defeated the face in the hill. Undisputed, the ranking is still. That explains how I'm blatantly ill. First gen, I don't know how they play with me still. Flip this rouse and go pay me a bill.
Digital.
You don't love me like you say you did. The niggas who scream they don't like just got caught without it. If it's my time to go, make sure I die with some class. These niggas like these hoes sticking trackers up their ass. I see a bitch I had hanging around the store, I laugh. You catch a hoe with us, she bound to probably go out bad. You probably hear these hoes, I know these hoes make niggas mad. I can't go out my way, she'll find another, I can't bite the bait. 14-5 for a crate real quick and still won't do the face. I ain't beef when I rap, I got shit to do. If you see me in this up and going to do what you gon' do. I'm fucking on this bitch like I ain't fucked the whole year. My closet big as his, I got so rich she bring me tears. I look at all my peers like if I got it then you got it. I look at both my parents like I'm grateful that y'all fuck. My daughter said to me, Daddy, I hate when you ain't up. I sleep all through the day like night, the demons keep me up. A bitch ain't worth a dollar, I'll try rack store and duck her. And turn his back on me by next Friday, he Chris Tucker. Solid nigga, got more strikes than shit sucker. I shoot at my ex-mother if she going, I'ma fuck across me. Ain't no going back, stuck forever. I don't need you, that's just like I got amnesia. Never knew you, never seen you. Black shades, black limousine. Black gun, black magazine. Having fun with it, I'm a king. Die hard fiend for the Alina. I don't wanna make no bitch daddy. I don't wanna make no bitch little brother happy. I don't sell dreams, I ain't into working magic. No forgetting weird bitches lit, I keep matches. If you switch and you die, be happy. She don't wanna border like I told her I'm not a pappy. Them hoes don't like me, I wanna fuck them anyway. I'm rich as hell, you think I care about your situation? I don't. Thus.
Hey, I got money, I got bitches that'll kill for me. I got hinds that I miss her, she's a nigga, please. Rapper hop, I ain't gon' diss him, he could D.I.E. He gon' sell out at a concert with B.I.G. D23 a plastic pistol, blue T.I.P. Nigga leave one of these shots at the king. Can't be fuck with him, I'm glow gang, Dris gang home team. That my sneaky shit, she love me for the wrong thing. That my sneaky shit, I never let her phone ring. I got divas, I got strippers, son, both of these. You can take however you want, but it's what it's supposed to mean. 4 Giottos on the track, but it's not a home thing. Niggas think they got plot on, but the show keep going. I got nights out on my back, only feel it if you sober. I got paid to blow for days, niggas in the way. Yeah. I got paid to blow for days, niggas in the way. Hey.
What he said?
And I put it about the ocean, these niggas saying boasting. I did it by myself, a nigga wish he could've rolled it. Lot of cats tuning, this shit way bigger than emotion. Took that whole broom, she a witch, she know it. I bought another spaceship to drive it like it's stolen. I'm balancing a relationship, my bitch okay the program. Lot of cats tuning, this shit way bigger than emotion. Living what I read on the paper that I wrote it up. Hey.
Shot. They try to take us out. They try to take us out. But we back though. Type shit. They try to take us out though. It got a little spooky there. I'm not gonna lie. I was out of commission for like a little minute. It got really bad on like Monday, bro. I swear. It's like I could feel something was off, but I didn't know it was like really as bad as it was gonna get. Bro, Monday hit. Let's just say, bro, my body decided to evacuate itself in ways I didn't understand that it could. So it's pretty weak for a while there. Couldn't really eat. Was kind of trying to just rehydrate and stuff. I'm trying to, not die. But I guess our food is poisoned, and more food is being poisoned. They were talking about the parasite. I was hoping it wasn't that. I thought it was just regular food poison, and I didn't even want to think about it being the parasite. Maybe it was the parasite. But yeah, that's apparently came from lettuce and fresh lettuce and stuff like that. They dropped a new update. The eggs are poison now too. So recall on the eggs. They're trying to take us out. They're trying to take us out. But let's get into some reacts. Let's see what I missed. I was tuning into Streamer University. I wanted to soak up as much of that knowledge as I can. So in the spirit of that, we have a roundup video. You know, every time Streamer University happens, there is some drama associated with it. It doesn't matter. It's not usually the fault of Kai himself per se, but you know, there's always something. So let's get a little roundup of that. I discovered Ronnie's channel recently. He's really good at covering news stories and just giving summaries of things. He covers his bases. It's gonna be a real in-depth explanation here. So let's see all the drama that happened at Streamer University. Go ahead and pre-like it. I was jumping around some of the streams. I didn't watch everybody's stream, so I didn't get every POV. So I know some stuff, but I don't know all the stuff. I feel like I'm gonna get all the stuff here. So let's get into the news.
Leave me alone. I'm leaving. Don't tell me what to do. You've been
Wait, why is it starting with Yana crashing out? Wait, what?
disrespecting me.
Who pissed off Yana?
Don't matter, bro.
I did see the Mac shit, bro. I feel bad for Brody. We gonna get into it when we get to it. We gonna get into it.
Bro.
I have my own opinions about that situation.
Bro. OJ, if you with me, set that shit again.
I feel like, wasn't this scripted though? Cause like, I feel like this wasn't this here wasn't necessarily drama. Yeah, they got into a little kerfluffle, a little scuffle or whatever, but at the end of the whole Streamer University, he named Summer Baby valedictorian. So that's him indirectly co-signing how he was acting, basically. So I don't feel like this is really, I don't know about this one. And he jumped in after him too.
What started as a fun Twitch idea has turned into a full-blown reality TV show, which took over the internet. 5 days of non-stop content being covered in 1 hour. New faces have blown up due to the sheer stupidity that you're gonna see here in a moment. I hope you have your food ready to eat. If you're going to sleep, this will be a good video to watch while you go to sleep. Like and subscribe. Enjoy the video. You see, weeks before the Streamer University 2026 event happened, Kaisen had held auditions in Atlanta, LA, New York, and it was crazy to say the least.
Listen.
Buddy put his Timbs on the desk. If you don't get your, ooh, I ain't gonna say it. But if you don't get off this desk,
I'm the one. I'm the one I need to be in. Are you still on my desk? Yeah, there we go.
There were some controversies with the Streamer University event because a lot of black people made the event.
I saw this TikTok, brother. How do we tell you?
And some people had some stuff to say about it.
You're not black.
You're not at Streamer University. 82.5% of acceptances were black. Not that there's a problem.
Bro, just be better.
Just saying.
If you're a gooner girl, streamer, you're a streamer, you. If you're a
Somebody who hurt you, gang?
super rich,
Mega famous streamer.
you're a streamer, you.
Bro, who hurt,
During
bro?
Streamer University 2, there was a lot of fights.
Hey, gang, you good? Bruh. Hey, yo, hey, bro, you good? Nah, but like, for real though, like we here if you need to talk or something. Like, I feel like there's something else going on in his life. You know, I feel like he wanted Streamer University to be the vehicle to get him out of that. And since he didn't get in that, he's like expressing himself in a way that might not necessarily be how he feels. It's just explosive emotion.
Stop messing with my dean.
Oh my
I'm dead ass.
Oh yeah, what happened with this? Because I didn't see this. Ralph was wilding, bro. Yo, Ralph is a menace to society, son. yo, Ralph is a menace to society, bro. What was this?
Fights.
Stop messing with my.
He backhanded him, bro. That is insane, brother. Yo, that is insane. The backhand? Nah, bro. Buddy think he a pimp named Slickback. Now we gotta fight. See, the content can only go so far, you feel me? And even then, bro, I feel like there has to be some sort of foundation established before you start doing shit like that. To my knowledge, this streamer university is their first time meeting. So for him to enter into the cutscene and do some shit like that, that's crazy, bro. Any crash out is justified, Jason. I'm not gonna lie. Jason, crash out.
Dean.
Oh my.
I'm dead ass. You wildin'? Oh!
He slapped him back too. I heard that shit. I heard it. Why is he astounded though? No, brother. No. Why are you? Well, what is this look on your face?
Dead ass. You wildin'? Oh!
What is this look on your face?
Oh, he smacked the shit out you on, bro.
Jason. He said what? And what? What we doing? Nigga been hanging around Silky too much.
Oh?
He picked up a bell.
Oh! Hey,
What we on?
hey, calm down, y'all.
What we
Calm
on?
down.
Oh my, he tried to tackle him.
Hey!
Brother, you are not Edge. Why did he just try to spear him? Yo, he tried to spear him, and Jason's trying to whoop him with the bell. Brother, bro, yo. Yo. Oh my goodness, bro.
Hey, calm down, y'all. Calm down.
Bro, he tried to spear him. Now they moving furniture around. He got passion in his face. Look at Jason. He moving them though. Jason getting manhandled. Look. Jason getting manhandled. Why the floor so slippery? Why they slipping on semen and shit? Why is the floor slippery? What is this? Why is there Diddy oil on the floor? Bro, y'all about to piss me off. Why are they slipping so much, bro? Yo. Nah, y'all wildin', bro. Y'all wildin'. Why they slipping so much? They dead slipping on Diddy oil. They got Diddy oil all over the floor. What are y'all doing? What was going on in this room beforehand?
What? I'll put you in a...
Bro, we are 2 minutes in. I ain't even gonna read the chapters. That's a spoiler.
headlock too, nigga.
Oh, it was Marty that disrespected Yana. Oh, damn, Marty, come on. Bad PRs, bro. Bad PRs. You're on the come up, bro. You can't be doing this to one. That's the #1 streamer, sweetheart. You can't do that, bro. What did he say?
Oh, nigga. What? I'll put you in a headlock too, nigga.
Oh. See, I wasn't paying attention. Damn. See, fuck. This right. Damn. Cause I fuck with Marty and I fuck with Yana, bro. But like this right here is really just like it's a how do I articulate this? It's like it's almost like a communication barrier. You feel me? Like Marty's speaking from a world of, for lack of better phrasing, clip farming that Yana is not a part of. She like a different, you know what I'm saying? She exists in a different realm. This is just Marty. This is how Marty is. You feel me? He's really trolling here. He's not gonna put Yana in a fucking headlock. I don't think he's stupid, but this is just how he be trolling and shit. This is how he be talking, bro. Bad looks. That's bad looks. And then she slapped the nigga because she thought he was dead ass. Damn, bad looks, bad PRs. That's bad PRs.
Stop it! Don't do that!
See, that's why he's so okay. He's astounded for a reason. Cause he was trolling. He was trolling.
Do best. Do best.
Bro, bit rate crazy. I can't really talk though. My fault. Why did I even say that? Editor, put a screenshot of my bit rate on the screen. What is this? Is this Haskell?
No way you get this.
Haskell and Jason?
Oh my god, you're a little boy.
Why is Jason? This is 2 fights we've seen Jason in now.
Oh my god, you're a little boy.
And the second fight where he's getting manhandled.
We got that. You ain't about that. You ain't about that.
See, but they're trolling though. He got a smile on his face.
We getting back?
Okay, DDG got lit up though. I did see that. As soon as he got on campus, he got lit up because he was talking crazy.
Brother right there. I got spray sparks.
He got jumped as soon as he got on campus.
What you trying to paint? What you want?
What is in his hand?
Tricky move. I heard that you had some issues with me, brother. We get the gloves. Come on.
He said, I heard you had some issues with me, brother. This bro, McQueen was walking around all of campus with them damn clubs. Trying to fight somebody.
What? Come on,
Yo, Canal.
I'm on it. I'm with it. We'll get oiled up.
Hey, listen. I'm doing detention. I'm doing detention on anybody. Y'all should be getting ready for the basketball game. Y'all should be getting
Bro, ew, bro. Daryl is covered in all types of shit.
ready for fashion
Bro.
show. Go, it's mandatory.
He wanted to get oiled up.
Go.
That look like peanut butter, gang. That ain't just oil.
On me, Kai.
Tricky move.
I don't know what type of freaky shit y'all had going on.
I'm telling you, the fucking shot. Fit to be the dean at this bitch, nigga. My office.
Put some peanut butter, put a jelly, and then press it together and call it a sandwich. All right, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm smelling your ass.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Fuck your office, nigga. I ain't coming. Tomorrow you get expelled. I ain't coming to your office, nigga. Tomorrow.
If you know that reference, you're go.
Keep walking, nigga. Tomorrow you get expelled, bitch ass nigga. You walk, bitch ass nigga. Walk that way. You walk, bitch ass nigga. Walk that way. You walk that way. Walk that way. You walk that way. Yeah. All right, bitch. We gonna see you tomorrow. Fuck you, nigga. Get expelled, bro. Fuck you, nigga.
See, but this was all trolls, though. This was all trolls. I'm not gonna lie, Kai got aura points for this. Kai got aura points. He looked like he was using his grown man strength there. See, but he was for the clip here. He jumped in. He's for the clip here. Like, I feel like this don't count as a real fight. This one don't count as a real fight. A few of these aren't real fights. See? Because he's still going. See, he's trolling. He keep talking about expel this, expel that. Whole time, bro got valedictorian. See, that's clips. That's all clips. Because if Kai was really mad about that and didn't support how he was moving, he wouldn't have named him valedictorian.
Pushed Kai Cenat and who was fighting Kai is Suburb Baby. Suburb.
The thing about that is Kai probably respected that shit. Because he probably even had the balls to add him into the cutscene in such a fashion. He put him in a cutscene. I mean, everyone was probably trying to hunt a cutscene out of Kai. You know, they're definitely trying to hunt the cutscene out of Kai. But no one had the courage to do it the way Suburb Baby did it. And that's why he got valedictorian. I feel like this don't count as a real fight. If anything, this helped him more than harmed him, if we being honest.
Baby is one of the fastest growing Twitch streamers. He was essentially not existing to a lot of people just 2 weeks ago. Now he's one of the most popular people out right now. That Streamer University stimulus does hit. So for the people trying to get in, hey, look what it can do. It can change your life. In fact, I saw a clip of him making $100,000.
Let me show this. Let me show this. Let me show this. Let me show this.
Also,
Show this.
about this clip, he did not make $100,000 at Streamer University. He already had $100,000.
What that number say? You tell me.
The Twitch doesn't pay out that fast.
Say it. 100,000.
That's his checkings account. That's not Twitch.
No. Say that. That's what. Say the exact
Cash and savings. That's his bank account. That's not Twitch.
number. And that's not a screenshot. That's not a screenshot. That's my actual. That's one of my accounts. I'm spending it all.
He already had money before he came to Streamer University. Also, if you have $100,000 in your account, you're not a small streamer. You have the means to be at least medium size.
There's this former OnlyFans model named Aisha Sophie, whatever the hell her name is. She's been getting a lot of flack for going to an event like that because it's like, you know, what is an OnlyFans model doing here at Streamer University?
Does she stream?
Too. I don't know. I'm gonna just show you some clips that people have been talking about. I don't know. Enjoy, I guess.
Talking to people so much. But when I learned that there's a rumor going around that I got cracked, it's like really.
It's not funny, chat. It's not funny, chat. We shouldn't joke about those kind of things. It's very disrespectful, bro. It's from the woman's perspective. That shit gotta feel crazy because it make you feel like you a whore or some shit. You know. Like you're just giving your body away to any passerby without, you know what? I'm gonna press play.
Through me, you know? Yeah. So that's what I'm like currently thinking about because obviously it didn't happen. There's cameras around all the time. Yeah. I don't want to cry, Suki.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Dude, it's fine. Like, at the end of the day, you know that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. You're good. It's a rumor.
Yes.
People are always going to do that, especially to beautiful women.
Thank you.
You know? I'm going to go get you a napkin, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Sky Jackson received controversy during the Streamer University 2 events for, let's say, talking about her experiences in Kenya, Africa, and her
where is this about to go?
Thoughts about it. There's more clips.
Where is this about to go?
So I'm gonna put about Sky Jackson here in a minute after this clip.
Yes, like when I went to Africa, that's why I loved it. I went to Kenya, and down there, it made me so sad but happy at the same time. So like down there, mirrors are very expensive. So a lot of people don't know what they look like. So when I went to this school, it was like this little village. It was so cute. A lot of the kids did not know what they looked like. So for the first time, they saw what they looked like at my phone, and they were like laughing, and they were so happy. But honestly,
that's insane to think about. Yo, imagine going your whole life without knowing what you look like, except for like how people describe the way you look. That's insane to think about. Wow. That's eye-opening, bro. Mind you, I have like several devices in front of me that can show me. Like I got a camera in them things. And mind you, there's a couple mirrors in here too. Wow. That's crazy to think about. We complain too much in America. America does have its faults, but we complain too much. I know I complain too much. They do be doing some stupid shit though. At all levels. From the politicians to the civilians.
Of course, it's unfortunate they can't like afford mirrors, but then it makes me look at it differently. Like at least they're not insecure about themselves because they don't know what they look like, and then they're not probably bullying.
I mean, this isn't a bad message.
Other people and being mean to other people, so it made me think about it that way. And then
it's not a bad message.
They take education very seriously there.
People were mad at this clip because
why are we mad at this?
Of what she said, obviously.
Are you talking about because they don't know what they look like? Because they look doesn't show if they did know it? Bro, no. It's literally like no. Conceptually speaking, if none of us knew what we looked like, the idea that she's trying to get across is, bro, like the whole sin of vanity is just eviscerated. That shit doesn't exist, bro. The internet's annoying.
Making a generalization about all of Kenya, I guess. I'm gonna give her the benefit.
Okay. But if mirrors are expensive there, that means that, bro, I don't know.
Of the doubt because she sounds innocent in this clip. Bless her heart.
Go to a geography class. Go to history.
Let's move on.
It feels like a party every day. Scott Jackson. Hi, Scott Jackson.
I said hi.
How are you doing?
I said hi to you like 10 times.
Gang, she not Zuri no more, bro.
Times.
She ain't been Zuri in years.
Want to strengthen your math and computer science skills? Try Brilliance. It's an effective and fun way to learn, built for the way your mind actually works.
Stream, though. Like, he's
every lesson is visual and interactive, so concepts make sense.
That's just who he is.
Yeah, when it comes to stuff like that, you just
he ran with it. He's good at it.
gotta ignore people. Like when they do stuff like that.
Him being good at it requires him to be annoying.
They just want a clip for him, you know. So you just gotta ignore him.
Come on, man. Here go Baby Glitch with the Glock Dookie in his hand. Goodness gracious. Baby Glitch, as soon as he got on campus, too. This was as soon as he got here. This was as soon as he got here.
What did I do to you? I didn't say a word.
I know you walked.
Oh my goodness, bro. Why is he like this?
Away from me.
Like, I don't even bruh. Mind you, this girl was at the Clover House like 2-3 days ago.
Oh my god, what happened?
Mind you, that same girl was at the Clover House like 2-3 days ago.
Yeah! What are you talking about? Gangster! What you talking about, right? Yeah, what you talking about? Why you covering the hot sauce already? What the fuck?
Oh, is that why they were calling her the hot sauce girl? I'm not gonna lie, hot sauce is crazy. That's hot sauce in the Glock Dookie, brother? Oh no. And you just pressing the button and letting that shit fly. He got switched up, letting that shit fly. Yo, that shit get in my eye, we gotta fight.
Not that bitch wrong. Broski. What?
Like, imagine that shit gets in your eye, bro. Oh my goodness. Light him up, Tatum. Light him
You
up.
did that to me. I didn't do that to you.
Okay. We got up on the wrong foot. Oh my gosh, I can barely see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't stop touching your eyes.
Okay. But I told her I heard that she wet you, so I said, oh, you have to accept everything. Okay, but like that's how like we do like that's just like acceptance. No hot sauce. And like, no hot.
Tackle him. I know you faster than me.
There's the infamous clip of Blackboy Max and this guy named OJ Suave, where OJ
now he made it to the PBM clip. All right.
confronts Blackboy Max on his appearance over the past
I have
couple
some
of
opinions
weeks.
about
You know,
this.
Blackboy Max has been putting on wigs and getting a diva tattoo, and OJ pulls him to the side on stream and says what he has to say. Now, this
What
man
did
OJ
OJ say,
Suave, he's
guys?
been canceled on the internet because of this. Even during Streamer University, the people around him didn't want to talk to him. They didn't want to fuck with him. I'll show you clips of that right after the first clip. My thoughts in this situation, I think OJ Suave could have pulled him to the side and tell him off camera. On camera, I don't know, man. I don't know. But hey.
You're a diva. Why you want to be a diva? Why you want to be a diva? You're a demon. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your...
Bro, oh my god, this clip is painful to watch, bro. I hate this, bro, because that ass PBM's a free spirit, you feel me? Look at how his face changes, bro.
Oh no, but hey.
I was happy to see bro. It's on some cool. I ain't seen bro in a while. We about to link back up, chop it up a little bit. What's good, bro? How you doing?
Why you want to be a diva? Why you want to be a diva? You're a demon.
Look at his smile.
You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get...
Hey, he didn't smile again after that.
a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused.
He started blinking his eyes, holding back the tears.
I think your parents feel a little way about that. I think you're clip farming and you're getting your clip. You pushing the persona. Small. You loyal. I know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've been at this. But you are not a diva. Diva's bent over. I don't think you're bent over. You're not the little boys in Clover. You're not Tota. You're not a diva. You are a grown man. Black boy Max. Not Black boy Batty. Not Black boy Ass. Are you gonna tell your son that you are a diva? Daddy, what's diva? Hey, get the f out of here.
Mind you, I can't take nothing, bro, saying serious with these damn glasses on, bro. Like, bro, I'm trying to be serious right now because it's a serious situation. I can't take nothing he's saying. Do we got the glasses on and hair curlers in his hair? Stop talking to me, bro.
That is an abomination, Max.
Bro look like a side cyborg in Detroit become human.
I'm not proud of you. I'm proud of everything else you did. Nominations. Changing the game. Changing your skin to Batty Diva? Diva start with D.
Bro look like a black character that somebody would create in Cyberpunk 2077 trying to make. Bro, alright, bro, chill, bro.
Diddy. What else? You know, it's like this, Max. And you know, I could speak like this because after the clips go up and they don't like me, I don't use social media no more, so I can be a crackhead for life. When you keep pushing that barrier, Max, when you keep pushing that barrier, and time passes, what happens? What next? What's the next engagement? What's the next clip? Don't lose yourself, don't sell your soul, Max. They want your soul because you changed the game. Don't sell your soul. You know I have a soul. You know I don't hold my tongue. You know you the first person that ever subbed me up as a big streamer in my chat. You didn't mention it. You don't know how much I appreciate you. But you bigger than that. Don't forget like you for your personality. You crazy? You need to put on no persona, nigga. You broke through with music. Is you crazy? So suck my niggas don't like you. It's like the character, but your main like you. Don't let rage bait you on your own stream. Is you crazy? You him? You not no diva.
Mind you, he basically just effectively rage baited him. Don't let niggas rage bait you in your chat. You basically just rage baited him.
The fuck? Oh, not drive that. That's not true. You playing the character too much. Fuck out of here. You ain't no diva, nigga. The fuck? I'm a pop it because I'm not gonna get no comments today. Fuck you talking about? I'm gonna get my pussy because I want to SU. But I'm not no diva.
I don't really want to chill. I want to just chill. I've been streaming this whole time. And I've been having a lot of fun. You know, people just really just accepting me for who I am, honestly, the whole time. So, it's just felt like I enjoyed it. But, you know, the reason I turned the camera back on is because I want to be real with y'all. Like, that's why I started doing in the first place, because streaming ability, I feel like, all right, streaming, give me the ability to do that, you know?
I felt stuck, and I wanted more for myself. Just want to do better for myself, want to grow, want to expand my opportunities. Purdue Global was like a launch pad.
Nah, bro, because the reason this shit, it's like, bro, because he had me in the first half too when OJ started to bring up the topic. He was kind of standing on it. He was like, why you a diva? He's like, on some fly shit. He's like, why you a diva? On some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going, you know, stand on it. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga killed his vibe with whatever he said, bro. Like, that's your shit, bro. Live it. Own it. Be it. Don't let nobody snap. You just let him disturb your peace, bro. You just let him disturb your peace. How you let another nigga disturb your peace, PBL? We can't do that. We can't do those. We can't do those. You're supposed to protect your peace at all costs. That's your shit, bro. You letting another nigga come tell you how to do your shit. How that make sense? He not in PBM shoes. He don't know how you like to express yourself. He don't know what you feeling. How could he express what you feeling? Only you know how to do that. Another nigga can't tell you how to do that shit, gang. That shit crazy. So what, you a little sassy? So what, you got a little zest to you, nigga? Fuck it. Don't let a nigga check you about that shit. Fuck him. He ain't PBM. Simple as that. And I know I'm probably making it sound simpler than it actually is, but in layman's terms, that's just that's just what it is, you know? It's much more complex than that, but that's like the simplest way I can put it, bro. You can't be letting the people do that. You taking what he said to heart. You can't do that, bro.
That's why I love it in the first place. I feel like I've always been able to be me. And even if niggas who don't fuck with me, or like viewers and fans, if they, like if they, how do I explain it, hate on me or don't fuck with me, that's cool. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know them. But on my own platform, it's like, damn, if you fuck with me and really felt that way, why would you say on the stream in front of hundreds of you don't care about it for real. You just don't know it go viral. This is me. This is me.
On stream is crazy,
so I might be a little weird, bro. Might tell some niggas get whole world. They got gay. I don't give a what's wrong with being gay. There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all whack. You're corny. And you just think how the next thing. You don't have your own mind, bro. That shit whack. But I'm gonna be myself, regardless. None of y'all can just with me. I don't care. You might think that shit because you're closed-minded, but it's one love, bro. It's one love. It's one love, bro. It don't matter. Gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro? So I don't care, bro. OJ, if you fuck with me, you said that shit off camera. You could have pulled me aside. I'd love to talk to you off camera. Why you saying that shit on camera? But it's cool. I love y'all, bro. I'm good off this shit, to be honest. I'm gonna just go chill. All right? I love y'all. But remember this always be yourself. Like that. What they say. I don't care. I'm wear my wigs. I don't give a fuck. I got diva tag. I'm gonna keep it forever. This is who I am, nigga. Thief, I'm fly. I'm on my own shit. That's me. So always be yourself. Embrace what make you different. Because that's what's gonna make you pop. All right? I love y'all, bro. I'm out this. I don't care. This has been amazing, though. I'll probably go live tomorrow.
And then the nigga ended his stream, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. That shit affected him to the point where he had to stop the bag. That shit is wicked work, son.
I'm not trying to party, bro. Wait, really, you don't give a fuck about me, bro. It's cool, but I love y'all. And I love every single nigga I've been on campus because everyone been real and just showing love. Shout out Tatum, shout out, bro, whoever, Wardrobe, shout out Wardrobe, bro. Shout out Wardrobe because Wardrobe's himself, bro. No matter what anyone say, they hate on that little genius, bro. He's super smart, he's funny. I with him, he cool.
Nigga, I wish I had the self-confidence Wardrobe had when I was his age. Nigga, I was a walking ball of insecurity, bro. I wish I was that confident in myself when I was his age. That shit's crazy. That's a superpower. That's a superpower. At that age, that's a superpower. Because a lot of us were still trying to figure out who the hell he was. He know who he is, and he stands in it. That's just fire. And no one can tell me otherwise.
But he would never disrespect me. Niggas coming up to me saying, yo, bro, are you scared Wardrobe gonna touch you? And it ain't, no, he's a person, bro. He's a human, bro. And I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not, bro. I done made a lot of mistakes. Bro. Mistakes. But I'm trying to learn to do better. That's what we all need to do, bro. All right? I love y'all. I just magic. And this shit, follow that forever. I'm gonna just go chill. Luca.
Well, I don't know why you trying to be funny or something talking about Max. Like, he didn't do nothing. Did he say something to you directly?
Nah, what you
Wait, did he say something to you directly?
I went up to Max.
You went up to him, exactly.
Yeah.
So you bullied him first, right?
Oh,
so if he say some shit about you,
Man, shout out Wardrobe, bro. One of the only people who actually genuinely confronted OJ after everything happened. Because everybody else that did it was trying to get the clip.
first, then it's gonna be a problem, though, right?
Okay, are we gonna have a conversation here, or are you gonna walk to me and walk away? Because I'm a person with multiple perspectives.
Okay,
so
well, there could be multiple perspectives, but you still don't disrespect somebody like that. At the end of the day, that's still highly rude. If you got a problem, keep it to yourself, boo. If you don't respect nobody, then you don't get respect for yourself.
Okay.
Hold up, I'm not done.
Oh,
okay.
Clock it. Clock it, wardrobe.
Exactly. You talk about some idea, boop, 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 boop. You the one. Okay? Okay. Second of all.
So I just want to.
No, hey, I'm not done. I'm not done. No, because I can put the cameras down.
No.
I can put the cameras down.
His ass still talking about a clip. What clip, bro? Are you not comprehending the words that he's saying?
No, because I can put the cameras down.
Max walked away from me.
He walked away from you because he felt uncomfortable with you. Obviously, you coming up there pressing him. Okay, you're a human being bullying other human beings over somebody that didn't do nothing. He's going to the club. What the do the club got to do?
Yo, it's all a matter of perspective, ass nigga. Yo, I can't, bro. I can't, bro. It's all a matter of perspective. You perceive it is bullying when actuality, well, actually, nah, bro. Yo, that shit would have pissed me off.
Doing him, doing this and that, doing this and that. No, it's not. No. Oh, what do you perceive it as? No, what do you perceive it as?
That shit would have pissed me off in person, bro. I would have lost it, bro. It's all a matter of perspective. I can't, bro. I cannot.
What do you perceive it as? I'm in the middle of talking. You keep interrupting me. I'm actually, go ahead, talk.
Okay, so one, I had a conversation with Max. Max walked away. If Max felt away, I'd been knew Max. Max was one of the first streamers I knew. I feel like as a person to a person, if you feel away about something, you enlighten me. You don't walk away. Everybody talks about streaming. This, when I have...
I bet. Let's flip the script on him. I bet. I bet. Run it back. Let's flip the script on him.
About something, you enlighten me. First streamers I knew.
Watch this.
I feel like as a person
to a person,
if you feel away about something, you enlighten me.
You enlighten me. Boom. Watch this. Everyone does not share the same perception as you, so you might perceive that that's how you want someone to act, but not everyone wants that. And especially not in front of an audience of hundreds of thousands of people on the internet live. It's a simple concept to grasp. I don't understand what's so difficult. But then again, common sense isn't that common anymore. I think we need a new name for that. What would the new name be, chat? What's the new name for common sense? Because we got to stop calling it that.
You don't walk away. Everybody talks about streaming. This, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm just talking to them.
Flip the script on his goofy ass. I would thrive in these environments. Oh my God, put me in, coach. Put me in.
I'm talking to you right now. You're looking back in your chats.
Yeah, I am. Because I don't listen to anything you're saying. I'm not listening to what you're saying. I'm not listening to anything you're saying.
I got a mediator personality type when I took a personality test. It shows.
My opinion.
I really don't. I really don't give a because you still disrespecting somebody either way.
Bullying him.
That's literally what you did. All clips need to be confronted. I'm confronting you about what I just saw.
All clips.
All clips. Blah blah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Bullied our favorite Max, and he.
Oh my God.
See, bro, he not serious, bro. He's not serious. See, and the thing is, that's why you need a mediator personality type like me. Because Wardrobe is trying to get his ideas across, but he's still getting rage baited by OJ. OJ must be really good at rage baiting people in person because Wardrobe getting a little tight, and that emotion is kind of misconstruing the ideas that he's trying to get across. So OJ's not even taking it seriously, and now he's trolling. He heard the word clip, and now he's emoting. Like, bro, I love being in these type of situations because I really just. Like, bro, it feels like a domain expansion I'll be kicking off. It's crazy, bro. I could dissolve this shit myself. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Do I need to be the guidance counselor next year? Imagine an unknown guidance counselor chat. I would cook, though. I promise you I would cook. Ask the people. Look, I got people that can vouch for me, too.
Look at how they smells, too.
I'm gonna kill him, and I'm gonna mail something to his address to let him know he violated my Maxi Waxy.
First of all, number one, I'm not
See, like, I already couldn't take anything you said serious, and then you let that shit come out your mouth. I bet. Got it?
Be human and get out your
You being human. Girl,
okay, so,
all humans deserve respect. You got them little Bless Lauren,
So-
you doing the most.
Okay, so
okay, but I'm asking you a question and I'm
okay,
telling you to
but you're not trying to hear-
apologize or don't apologize.
Okay, you see what I'm talking
apologize
about?
or don't
But you're not
apologize.
being a person.
Apologize or don't apologize.
Oh my gosh.
Apologize or don't
This-
apologize.
We are in a Black Mirror
apologize or don't
episode.
apologize.
Yo, I wish
I just
okay,
said put the
somebody
cameras
else-
down. What is confronting somebody?
I've seen this same type of scene play out so many times, bro. They deadass needed a me in this situation, bro. It's so crazy. Emotions are running too high. They just need both ideas to be articulated unbiasedly. You feel me? That's crazy.
A Black Mirror episode. What is confronting somebody in Black Mirror? I said put the cameras down.
But you don't even let me.
Buddy talking about a Black Mirror episode. Like, ain't no conversation about to be had.
No, I'm not letting you finish because I don't give a fuck what you about to say because it's
you don't.
I just said you can put the cameras down and everybody can move out the way. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. What does a Black Mirror episode have to do with having a conversation about you disrespecting another human?
How did we lose the plot so badly? We've lost the plot. We've wandered so far from the plot. It's like it's not even in sight anymore.
You came here to address
exactly, and I'm asking you. Okay, address it. Okay, address it. Go. Address it. Address it. Address it. Address it.
When we go
address
home,
it.
it's just
address it. Address it.
Not a person.
Bro,
address
sweating.
it. Go. Go.
It's hot
Address
as
it.
hell over there.
Address it. Address it. Address it.
You listen, but you don't hear.
Address it. Go.
Okay.
Ironic. Ooh, wow. Wowzers. Oh, brother. Oh, wow. Oh, oh, wow. See, but it would have never gotten to that point if I was there. But like, wow. Wowzers. Wow. Ironic.
So, if I paint my nails.
Oh my goodness, bro. Ugh.
And I put it on the media for people to have a perception on. If I want them to like me or I want them to feel like this is me, I painted my nails and I posted it to be perceived. I don't have to be liked. Someone could have an opinion. If I paint,
You're not addressing the clip talking about nails being painted. What the do nails got to be painted with you talking about the devil and all of that? I'm asking you what the problem is and why you address the clip. Move. I'm not laughing. I don't care.
I'm not even.
I don't care because disrespect should not be tolerated. Everything was cool until y'all came. Not you, but he came.
What is Corey trying to say? What was Corey trying to say?
Nobody really messed with OJ like that.
Bro got blackballed. Oh no. It's not funny. It's not funny. But oh my god, it's not funny. But bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Sunyan. Brother got blackballed. What is good with his glasses collection?
you're a compressed.
Did he source all of these Johns from grocery stores and supermarkets?
You're a compressed Bitmoji.
You're a compressed Bitmoji.
There's left balls. You are just ugly. You like a trans money, but you're still ugly. You ugly as fuck.
Bro, you dead ass look like a cyberpunk character.
Look at your nose. You're canceled, bitch. Look at your fuck.
From Beta.
Fuck wrong with this thing? You're funny to me, nigga. You're canceled, gang. You're canceled, gang. Stuff the chicken in your mouth, boy.
200 days since our last customer service meltdown.
Oh, because we're not just responding,
Honestly,
but resolving
that was the
issues
guidance
faster.
counselor last year.
Yeah, that whole situation was just stupid. Let's
Like
move on to some
what?
other clips of what happened during
That
streaming
was overly dumb.
University 2.
Boom, my boom.
Oh yeah, what Kai gotta say?
Gotta check up on Max, bro. You see that? What happened? Oh, y'all didn't see that shit? You didn't know that? He started crying. Why? Cause like, somebody I also do know, I'm cool friends with him. OJ was like, he blacked on him for like he wearing wigs, he tattooing diva. He's like, he sold his soul. And Max is Max is so excited to see OJ. It was like, yo, you're fit hard. Well, he went in on him, gang. Max got quiet. Max got hella sad. He been happy this entire time.
Yeah.
And then he started crying, gang.
Nah, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they was telling me that.
Nigga, I had on a wig today. Facts. I ain't gonna lie, bro, you gotta let people do what they wanna do. What the f? Don't get nothing out of telling them what you can do or can't do.
I'm not grabbing your shit. Yeah, I'm good off you, bro. You're a dork.
I said I'm good off you.
I'm gonna stop talking for the next 20, 30 minutes, maybe. From this point, it's just clip farms and fights. Enjoy. I'll be back.
Worked up right now. I'm stressed out right now. What's up?
Yusuf.
What's up?
Yusuf checked the streamer after he. Damn, son.
Right now.
See, that's why if I pulled up, I would have had to have the fresh cut. I can't even risk that shit.
I'm stressed out right now. What's up?
Too many clip farmers in one place, bro. You gotta have the fresh cut.
Yusuf. What's up?
He real insecure about that shit too.
Yo, see, nigga, you can't do that.
I can't do that.
That's, we don't know each other like that.
Okay,
like that's bro. Like there needs to be like a streamer etiquette class taught or some shit. Cause the clip, bro, there's an art to clip farming, bro. Like I don't think people understand it's a clip, but it's also art. Like it's kind of crazy, bro. Like I was saying earlier, before you do some shit like this, a certain foundation has to be established. And as Yusuf just mentioned, he doesn't know this person. Bro, I'll be honest with you. Yo, where I'm from, you do this, you might be you'll be lucky if you get hit with fist. All right, you'll be lucky. You'll be lucky.
We don't know each other like
no,
that.
No, on
like
God,
that.
that's not cool.
Okay,
man.
my bad.
On God.
Okay.
They don't even know each other for real.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Like, it's cool for a clip. That's not the clip.
Me personally, if I'm doing that shit and I'm doing I ain't get a line up in a while, so I got a hat and a do-rag on, you snatch my shit off, you don't know me, I might slap you. I'll be honest. I might slap you. I won't swing. I won't do a close-fisted swing, but I might backhand the fuck out of you. I'll be honest. That's just me, though. That's just me.
Gang, that's not the clip.
What happened?
Not the clip.
Has anyone seen
It's not the clip, gang. Not the clip, gang.
We would have had another slap clip if that was me.
Hey, bro, chat. This is what I'm talking about. Be moving like they know you. Like, see, now I don't know you. Now I'm not gonna be friends with you, gang.
See, and now you burned the bridge. See? Clip farming is an art. Networking is an art, bro. You think just forcing someone into your cutscene is networking, and now that's someone you can reach out to for content? No. People are still people, bro. Networking is just building relationships. Networking is just a fancy word. What's the first word of relationship? Relation. You have to relate with people. You have to be empathetic. You have to understand that when you don't know someone, there are certain lines that you don't cross. And that shouldn't even expand to the world of just streamers. That should just be something you know as a human being. And that's why it's so astounding to me. But you know, I'm just a guy, and I'm gonna press play now.
It's not the clip, bro. We don't know each other like that. It's cool. I'm gonna let niggas rock. It's streamer you. They try and get their clips off. That's not the clip, bro. I don't like that. So now, can't jack that at all.
Can't jack them.
Can't jack that. We're not gonna make too big of a deal out of it, but can't jack that.
That's so weird, bro.
Can't jack that.
Hi, Mom. Nice talk. Nice talk.
Somebody would have got slapped. Kai got pissed after Stable Ronaldo's most. Whoa. Bro, how does this even happen, dude? What are we reading on the screen? Kai Cenat got pissed after Stable Ronaldo's mother told him to dance. How do we even find ourselves in this situation right here? Can I get some context for this?
One thing, Kai.
Yes.
Can you get sturdy? I looked away and said it, but it's already on the screen.
Sturdy.
Goodness gracious. Ron, did you tee her up for this? I feel like you queued her up for this.
Cute.
Okay, but that's trolls though. That's really trolls. Let's be honest, that's trolls.
What the
People used to, bro, there was like a whole era, chapter, an arc, if you will, where they was telling Kai to get sturdy. I'm not gonna lie, that Kai that y'all was telling him gets 30, this ain't that Kai no more. He multiple M's up past that other Kai. You feel me? You can't talk to him like that no more. He tell y'all to get sturdy, and he might get sturdy if he feel like it. Like, that's not the same Kai, bro. We talking about the dude that pulled up to the club in the helicopter. Relax.
Wait, hold on.
No glaze.
Nah,
He really did that.
Sorry. Shout out Tone though.
This was funny though.
I'm sorry.
Why he do this? Why he do this? Bro, you not beating the Banks allegations moving like this, Max. You're not beating the Banks allegations. You're not beating the Travis Scott allegations moving like this.
Wait, hold on. Nah, I can't. I'm sorry. They don't pay me. Sorry. Shout out Tone.
Mind you, that is, if y'all don't know, I'll give y'all some context. This is Tone, all right? Tone is owned by AMP, the part of the content collective that Kai Cenat is a part of. So that's basically Kai Cenat's product that he just refused to do a little ad reading for while he's at Streamer University. You're not beating the Travis Scott allegations, gang.
No.
But he really thinks he's Travis Scott.
You mean? My agent told me. You mean?
What
I
did
know
your
I said
agent
I would
tell
be
you?
back in like 20 minutes, but I have to explain this clip really quickly before I let you watch.
Yeah, give us some context, gang, because that's crazy.
DG's brother, Dub, was going back and forth with McQueen, who's another streamer, and yeah.
Oh, the Dub McQueen beef. The Dub McQueen beef. That is a long-lasting feud. Shout out McQueen for finally getting his flowers, bro. He's been making content for ages. I've been watching Buddy for years. He finally got his flowers at Streamer U. Very well deserved. Very well deserved.
It just led it up to this.
What did he get? He got most improved. I think he got most improved. W most improved streamer.
Moment of them meeting IRL and just watch.
Hey, Dejan.
Yeah.
I get there. If I get there, I'll box that. Matter of fact, I'll come outside, but I'll come outside and box that.
Oh, word. I didn't even see that part. So basically, McQueen and Dub have been beefing for years. McQueen pulled up with the intent of fighting Dub. That's why he was walking around with the gloves. But Dub wasn't even on no type timing like that. He was operating in a manner that we're at Streamer University. We're not doing none of that shit, all right? We're conducting ourselves in a civilized fashion. We're not getting into any of the hootenanny, any of the ruckus or the kerfluffles or anything of that nature. So Dub basically turned him down for real. Daryl over here, DDG, said, I'll pull up and fight him. Let's see how that went.
Dejan.
Yeah.
I get there. If I get there, I'll box that. Matter of fact, I'll come outside, but I'll come outside and box that.
Dub, yeah. I need that, nigga. Line it up. Friendly fade.
Wait, hold on.
I need that.
Hey.
I need that, nigga. Friendly fade. Line it up, nigga.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it when I get there.
No. Line it up right now, fool.
When I get there with my...
Right now. Right now, I need that.
Do it when I get there.
I need that, nigga.
Shake my hand.
Nigga, you scary. You scary, nigga. Nigga, you scary as hell. Lace him up then, fool. Yeah, scary. Hey, this ain't no bloodhound, nigga. It's a buster. Nigga, put the gloves on, fool. Squabble up or shut up. Squabble up or shut up, nigga. Motherfucking gloves on. What you going to put the gloves on then? Put the gloves on, fool. Put the gloves on. Put the gloves on. You said you was gonna be my ass, right?
Don't do that.
Put the gloves on.
That shit here.
This Mark. Hey, listen, I told y'all. This ain't about nothing. Ain't no bloodhound. Hey, this Buster ass dub, nigga.
I'm not doing that here.
Hey, we got a new name for everybody. We got a new name for this.
I'm not doing that here.
Dub. Ain't no bloodhound, nigga. Scary ass, nigga. Nigga, hey, the gym that way. The gym that way, brother. You gotta go hit that treadmill, brother.
20 people.
Man, listen.
You doing that shit because them blues drop. Nigga. Walk past me 10 times.
Put the gloves on, fool.
Walk past me 10 times.
Squabble up or shut up, nigga. Squabble up or shut up. Squabble up or shut up. Squabble up or shut up, nigga. Yeah.
Nigga McQueen's so Californian, bro. Squabble up or shut up. He's so Californian, bro.
Shut up, man. Shut your fat ass up, nigga. Shut your fat ass up. I told y'all that about nothing. I told y'all. What did I tell y'all, chat? Now that that's out the way, now we finna pimp, nigga. Now that nigga mad. You know what I'm saying? Now that nigga mad. I told y'all he not about nothing. I told y'all
DM me talking about he about to beat my ass. Whoop. Scary fat.
Starbucks Refreshers Concentrate.
Check this out. I'm gonna show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying, okay? I picked up the
This is how much I was paying, $118. Mind you, anybody in Massachusetts would love to be paying $118 for car insurance. That shit makes
I don't
me
even
so
know if I
mad.
did the rolling R's right, so I'm not gonna even do a double take. I don't care, bro. But Gio, known as Cardi's girlfriend.
Then they throw Gio in the trash. How did that happen?
I mean, that's all I know her for. She was a character during that event.
The ding is coming, y'all. The ding is coming.
Bro, they threw Shorty in the trash. Shorty not going nowhere fast. Oh, wipe out. Wipe out.
Pick that ass up.
Wipe out.
Pick that Where we going?
Her ass wasn't going nowhere fast.
What class?
He locked me out.
What class are you going to?
Adapt.
Let's go. And you late. You got stars and shit on your face. That sucks.
Her ass wasn't going nowhere fast. That shit's kind of crazy.
Bro, are you actually?
Wait, what the? Whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
Stars and shit on your face. That sucks.
Did he just say, wait, what? I said, well, that sucks.
And you late. You got stars and shit on your face. That sucks.
Bro, are you actually dead ass right now? Are you actually dead ass? Are you actually dead ass, bro?
What are you gonna do?
No, like, why are you acting like that?
What is happening? What is this? What's happening?
Stars and shit on your face. That sucks.
Bro, are you actually dead
She must have told him not to touch her multiple times.
ass right now? Are you actually dead ass? Are you actually dead ass, bro?
You'll figure it out.
What are you gonna do?
No, like, why
What are you gonna do? What is this?
are you acting like that towards me? Don't f with me right now. Like, you know, I'm trying to be nice to you. Like, we're friends. Don't even, no, I'm not doing this right now. Like, I'll take that chain right now.
No.
What was that?
I'm chilling right here.
Why does this look like the intro to, you know what I'm saying? What's happening here, bro? I feel like I was supposed to fast forward past this part. Feel me? Like this the part I never see in the video. Did he just try to kiss her hand? Oh, goodness gracious. I can't see the front side of his face, but obviously she can't find him too attractive.
I'm chilling right here.
Goodness gracious. Why are his glasses on the back of his head like that? Is this tech, chat? Is this swag? Is this the new swag? Why are they on the back of his head? I've never seen this before. What is this style? I've never seen this strap before. What are the pros and cons of this strat? Is this a stylistic choice or is this a practical choice? I'm confused. Bro, she pulled her hand away. He gripped harder and committed more to the lean. Brother, hang it up. Tatum, call the cops. Call SUPD and the cops.
Bro,
and he still hasn't let go of her hand. Brother, we can't be serious. We can't be this down bad. No. Nah. We can't be this down bad. Is that bad? Is it really that bad though? Damn, bro is starving. Bro is malnourished in these streets. He's doing anything he possibly can to quench his thirst. Look at this. He leans in. She's pulling back. He still hasn't let go. He's already leaned his whole body over. He still hasn't let go of her hand. He's still holding her hand. Still holding her hand.
Well, I don't let
He still hasn't let go of her hand.
dudes like, you know, kiss me.
Wow.
On my hand or, you know, anywhere. Yeah, your hand are gross. No, they're not gross.
Is this baby alien? Who is this? This clip was funny as hell. Why does she react like this, bro? This shit was mad funny. Somebody gotta put some crazy music on this. Why does she react like that, bro? Buddy just trying to enjoy the pool, bro. He just trying to enjoy the pool, gang. Shorty acting like she in a Jaws scene, bro, and they just seen the titular shark for the first time. Nah, this was a banger. This was a banger, though. This was a banger. That was a banger.
What makes a good day great?
Buddy's just trying to enjoy the pool, bro.
It's the little thing.
She looked like her life was genuinely in danger. Like, she feared for her life right there. Blizzo, the random kid, suffered a severe allergic reaction. Well, I call him random kid. After Dove and DDG dumped all over him, leaving his skin. Aw, it's not funny. Damn. See, this is what I'm talking about. That Glock Dookie. They walk around with the Glock Dookie. Why you got hot sauce in that shit? They was putting hot sauce in the water guns too. Y'all wildin', bro. How many fits got ruined? I know that shit got in people's eyes. Bro had a whole allergic reaction. Yo, crazy. Like, y'all, like, bro, there has to be a limit, bro. Has to be a limit. Didn't Kai say at some point there was supposed to be some sort of repercussions for putting anything other than water in the water guns? What happened to that?
Put him on the floor. You ain't got no bags on there. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm on the floor.
Dub and DDG too. Two grown-ass men. Two grown-ass men did this shit. Ooh, I know his mama was on they ass. I know she was on they ass, boy. Oh, nah. What y'all did to her baby? Ooh. I know they was on there. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I know they paid a bag out to her. I know they did. That looked like a whole carton of that shit too. That's the whole container, bro. That's an industrial sized container of hot sauce, bro. That's too much hot sauce, bro.
Guns first. Give me them guns. Give me that gun first. What is niggas talking about?
Niggas want to be demons so bad.
That's hot sauce.
Bro, he about to dip the gun in the hot sauce. Oh yeah, Blizzo. Oh yeah, Blizzo.
Get his ass. Get his ass.
He kicked it. Wait, what happened? He kicked over one. Did he have another one?
That's hot sauce.
It sounded like he was trying to say he was allergic.
That's hot sauce.
Like, there was fear in his eyes. And it was Dub, the main perpetrator. Grown ass man. Old ass nigga.
Nigga!
Hot sauce is crazy. It doesn't look like it was an immediate reaction. He got me. Is he like aware of the fact that he's allergic to hot sauce? I feel like
he deserved that shit.
He deserved that.
Why you saying that to me?
No.
Bro, what's up?
No, not you.
That
nigga deserved that.
I got
get caught in this. No, but Dub poured the whole thing on Bilzo. Bilzo is his whole body having a crazy reaction right now.
Sheesh.
I'm trying to call Dub. Thank you.
Dub in the wins.
Maize mixed with hot sauce and all that.
Tell him to put the can down.
Put your camera down. I just put your camera
We're not live.
Put your camera down.
Mute it.
Put your camera down.
Was Has doing an iCarly segment? I trapped that ass.
Who the fuck sent you? Stay the fuck back. I don't know why they accepted.
Has was sent by Nora.
You weird as fuck. You weird as fuck. You are so weird.
I
Bro, they got this nigga Kai pulling escape tactics. Lizzo, yeah, I remember Lizzo had Saucy pull up for some reason. Kai told nobody they can sneak on campus. If you're not supposed to be there, don't be on campus. Don't come to campus. Well, I don't know why you thought you was about to get special treatment.
Don't do that. These are your. Everybody, if you party stream you, everybody go that way. Excuse me, move. Hey, bro. It was hard. Come here, something.
Oh, he too loud on the creek. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just move.
People waste 1,400 hours a year scrolling on their phones. With Purdue Global, you can turn that time into a degree, and maybe even quicker than you thought possible.
Oh, girl, I think Saucy getting kicked off.
Also, bro, I just seen Saucy Santana on campus. I communicated with Lizzo's team and said, this is Streaming University event. Unfortunately, I don't care who it is, how big they are, what's going on. Please respect the event. I communicated that to Lizzo's team. It was miscommunicated to Lizzo. Lizzo is innocent. It was miscommunicated to Lizzo. Whoever's,
I'm not gonna lie. Lizzo did something else too. She brought her friend. And when she was introduced that she was gonna be there and stuff. My fault, I'm eating. But one of the first things she did, she told Car that her friend streams and immediately shouted out her Twitch. Mind you, she wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place, but he let it slide. He kind of let it slide for real. But she couldn't stream. Definitely wasn't going to avoid that. No one was going to get the free handout. Free Streamer University buff.
Controlling that, we communicated that we cannot have anybody included on this list because what that does, it prevents it's a safety hazard. Because if something happened, it falls on me. If I'm not a part of the event or I'm not talking to somebody who's coordinating it, I'm just not gonna show up. And that's just no disrespect to anybody showing up, shout out to Saucy and stuff, but I feel like it was miscommunicated behind the scenes.
Y'all, it's hot out here. It's so hot out here.
Oh my gosh. Blessings. Can I touch your baby?
I don't know.
You can't touch your baby?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't like black men touching the baby?
I don't like men touching my baby.
You don't like men touching?
Another OJ clip. Oh, man. At this point, are we even surprised? Another OJ clip. Oh, man.
Your baby. Well, I don't know if I like your baby.
That's why you should touch my baby.
I don't know if I like
your damn. Bro, what is this character he's playing, bro? Like, I I don't understand it, bro. It's like he's Dr. Umar's estranged cousin who tried meth one time and was never the same after. Like, I don't understand the character that he's trying to play here. It's confusing to me. And then he's like harping on the black card, and like it's like there's some fake spirituality laced in there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Right there. I don't know. Right there.
I don't like the baby, brother. Are you well? Are you okay? You okay up there? Everything all right in there? All them screws tighten? I'm just asking.
Right there. See, you gotta have goddamn discernment around here. As soon as I say no, I don't want to touch the baby. Oh.
Just like a nigga to get curved when he trying to holler at a shorty in public. Excuse me, Chad. Woo. I have the same reaction as getting curved by trying to, like, that's crazy.
So you was coming with negative energy on my stomach. That's what I'm talking about. I should have smacked that out his hand. I should have smacked it.
I'm not saying y'all not doing shit, but you starting late.
How did Kai get
8 a.m.
arrested?
We here till 8 in the morning. We here even when niggas can't see, we hopping out on niggas. Let's just go lock what the f has SUPD done today? This. Just lock him in. I'm out there.
He's like this.
Who ain't do shit? Let's go. Who ain't do shit? Now what? Sit down. Now what? Okay, now what? Who got locked up now? Who got locked up now? Who locked up now?
He's calling me fuck, bro. It's always him. Hello?
Yo.
What happened?
Man, that nigga, it's like some rumor around campus that Duke was burning. I didn't know if he was like around or some shit.
You said it's a rumor around campus that Duke is what?
Duke was burning, but you ain't around or nothing, was you?
Nah, I ain't even seen him, bro. I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay, I was making sure you're straight.
I'm over this straight. Thank you.
Let me tell you about right there, right? You see me, you having a good time. You hear me? Like, listen.
That nigga said I heard Duke is burning.
Hey, listen. They see us having a good time. And so, I think the wants you. And so he trying to, I think the
Chat, be careful. It's a lot of niggas like that in this world. You might be surprised. Some of them is even in your circle and you don't even know it. Trying to tell you, keep your eyes open. And after that, open your third eye. Keep it open. Be watchful, be mindful, be observant. There's a lot going on right now.
won't you, yeah, fat. Hey, look, bro. Hey, f that cussing that, bro. I do not with that, bro. I do not with that, not gonna lie. I don't fuck with none of y'all. What you talking about? Now I ain't pussy.
Bro, why do streamers want to be thugs so bad, bro? Yo, streamers want to be gangsters so bad, bro. Why? Why is that?
At the end of the day, this all boiled down to the most valuable player, or the MVP of the event, which was Suburb Baby. He was the fastest growing streamer, and he by far had the most views out of everybody, and he was entertaining.
To creating an entertaining storyline. They set the standard both inside and outside the classroom. This award recognizes the creators whose impact, performance, and dedication made the most valuable player of the class of 2026. The MVP award goes to Suburb Baby.
Oh wait, no, valedictorian was King. My fault. MVPs. I was saying valedictorian this whole time.
Before I came into this shoot, you know, I saw a couple TikToks saying, you know, Suburb makes skits, all his scripted. He can never be a live streamer. You nigga. That's all I really gotta say. But no, on some real shit. Hey, Kai, I appreciate you, my for believing in me. I wanna say, man, anything y'all wanna do in life, just keep going, never give up.
Do it.
And man, everybody don't believe in you, man.
Streamer University 2. There's gonna be a lot of people who capitalize off of this momentum of Streamer University 2. Let me know in the comments on who was your favorite streamer from this event. Did you watch the whole event? Is there anybody that I haven't covered in this video? Please let me know. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Take care.
Wonder what this next generation is gonna look like. Emerging streamers. WVid, Ronnie. WVid. Alright, what else we got? AB has new allegations.
I literally just talked about the consequences that Dean the Great and Adrian Broner are facing for their unhinged behavior.
I don't like how many people have this. I have this, and like I hate seeing how many people have this. I'm about to stop wearing it.
On their kick streams and the aftermath of them getting denied from Streamer University. From obscene amounts of alcohol abuse to wild situations when it comes to women, these two are probably the most toxic duo in streaming. Now it looks like, as many people expected, this has come back to bite them, mainly AB. Now this starts with a report from TMZ dropping of AB being sued for sexual battery and assault over alleged incidents that happened on June 2nd and June 8th. Now this lawsuit alleges that a woman named Havana
Oh no. Say it ain't so, bro.
Saint is suing Broner, claiming that he invited her and her friends to an after party on June 2nd, where he encouraged her to drink heavily. She says that she got too drunk to drive home, and she took up an offer from AB to stay at the home where the after party took place. And while she was staying at this home, she says that AB tried to pressure her into performing sexual acts with him, including intercourse and other things that I probably can't say because of, demonetization. She also says that he exposed himself to her and grabbed her hand to force her to engage with his private parts. Saint says that she told AB no multiple times, adding that she told him she was not interested in men and stated that she preferred women. She says that she went back to the house the following day despite what happened, and when she showed up to the house, AB expressed his anger that the two had not been intimate in the previous evening. She also says that AB dragged her upstairs, which she says she expressly refused. She says she again informed AB that she was not interested in men. At times during this incident, Saint admits that she was laughing, but only as a way to conceal her fear and discomfort.
It was on stream? Oh, brother. Come on, bro. How far does the content go?
Go.
Okay, brother, this is crazy. From everything I've seen about dude, he kind of has shitty social awareness and he's always drunk as fuck. But this is crazy, all right? This is harassment, all right? We're approaching assault at this point.
Like, relax.
Go.
Relax. I left my phone over there.
Bro, did this nigga just yo, bro think we living in the animal kingdom, bro. What is happening? Bro, swear we living in the animal kingdom and his right as an apex predator affords him the privilege of being able to take this. Like, you should just do it because I say so. Like, bro, what is happening? What is happening, bro?
On June 8th, she says she went on a separate live stream content house where she ran into AB again. She says that she became intoxicated and AB physically pulled or dragged her from the house and pressured her to come with him to his house in Encino. Once there, Saint says AB again pressured her to have sex with him, which she says she declined. She also says that her and her friends stayed at AB's house that night, and in the morning AB threw ice water on her during the live stream. She says that this caused her humiliation and emotional distress.
Oh, goodness gracious. Is this because he couldn't crack? Y'all think he would have did this if he cracked last night?
You started.
Hey.
Damn. That nigga used his boxer instincts to wait for the perfect opening. But look at this shit. He waited until her hand was out the way. As soon as she was in the get up motion, she was defenseless. Couldn't put her hand back up fast enough.
Hey, bro.
Water fight today. Water fight today. Water fight today. Yeah. Bitch, you gonna suck some dick? You gonna water on niggas?
Oh. Yep, so there's the answer to our question. If he had cracked last night, he would not have done that. Okay. Got it.
You too. That's what's going on.
Saint insists that her and AB never had sex, but alleges that he made comments on live suggesting that they did. She adds that another man—
Whoa, what the? No, whoa. You didn't read it. Saint insisted she and Broner never had intercourse. We're gonna keep it PG, but alleges he made comments while on a live stream suggesting they did, including saying at one point she had made him ejaculate. Okay.
but alleges that he made comments on live suggesting that they did. She adds that another man, Noradine Shabazz, aka Dean the Great, made defamatory comments about her when he told viewers on his live stream that she had slept with numerous people at the residence. Saint is suing AB for sexual battery and assault. She's also suing Dean the Great and AB for defamation and intentional infliction of emotional distress. She's also suing Kick for negligence. Yeah, so this is just not looking good for all.
Oh, want to train like us? She went after,
Build your workout from our workouts.
She went up the corporate ladder on y'all asses.
Take the quiz for a chance to
parties involved.
Nah, she wildin'. She went up the corporate ladder on y'all asses. She went after Kick. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie though, Kick they have a probably monstrous legal team. I don't even want to see what they got cooking in their legal department. I don't think that's a fight you even want to take. Including Kick in that battle might have actually worked against you more than it helped. Because if it was just these guys, granted they probably have more money than her, it would still have been a more digestible battle than having to put Kick on top of that, because you're not winning against Kick. I'm not gonna lie, you're not winning. You're not beating Kick in a legal battle. They're gonna take it to a war of attrition, and you're not gonna have what it takes to keep up. You're not gonna have what it takes.
AB will react to the report of him getting sued, just laughing at it, while Dean calls the woman a liar.
Hey, what's TMZ? Why they spamming TMZ, gang?
You on TMZ? You on TMZ?
Why they spamming it? I don't think
they saw it live. They reacted to it live. The article dropped live. Oh nah.
Be spamming it like that if it was good.
What?
The article dropped while it was live. That's crazy.
Who's suing me? Now somebody's suing me.
That's crazy.
You can't make this shit up.
While live?
Now I'm being sued.
It's part of the game, bro.
Let me check the story.
Says somebody's suing me for sexual battery. That's why you beat somebody? I don't know. They just make up, man. They be saying bullshit.
Yeah, talking about he don't know.
I didn't have to fool with him, boy. He beat somebody for the bullshit.
That's what it sounds like. What's the name?
He beat somebody for the Are we dead ass?
Oh, don't tell me that's the one when me and Ray J was playing.
But it was on what's the date?
That was last month. Was that in Miami? June 2nd.
You mean on that NDA?
Yeah, no, for sure. But allegations, that's part of it. Let's not talk about it.
But it's still though, you gotta spend money for bullshit. That's funny as
He ain't do shit. Lying asshole.
I told you.
Oh no, bro. Oh no, gang. Some of them actions is leading me to believe that it's well within his it's well within his action playbook to do something like that, but I don't know.
I told you. Adrian Browner, yeah. I told you. Them boys, I'm telling you. I knew it was coming. Woo! Look at God.
So White gonna be happy. He gonna jack off and have a party too.
Nah, you know the crazy thing is though, Charles.
The crazy thing is we don't even gotta talk about it on stream.
No. You know the crazy thing is though.
No, the crazy thing is we shouldn't even talk about that dumb ass on stream game. Everybody go to them comments and put cap.
Push through. You alright? Push through, alright?
Oh, bro.
No, I'm telling you, you gotta push through, bro.
Why he grabbed his waist?
I'm proud of you, man.
Bro
Real,
thought he was about to get back shot. Bro had fear in his eyes, bro.
I'm telling you, you gotta push through, bro. You alright? Push through, alright?
He had fear in his eyes.
No, I'm telling you, you gotta push through, bro. You're doing good, man. I'm proud of you, man. Real,
But he
bro.
thought he was about to receive back shots.
Oh, you go back.
Oh! I'm not even gonna waste my breath talking about PR training when it comes to these two because it's
Ain't
just
no
no use,
PR
bro.
training,
But
man.
literally everyone saw this coming for Adrian.
Ain't no
Broner.
PR
Him
training
and Dean
these
were
niggas.
walking lawsuits waiting to happen for what they do at these parties that they throw with these women. I mean, they hang out with 6ix9ine and Deshae Frost, like known terrorists when it comes to dealing with women and minors. When we're talking about 6ix9ine, they're literally like the Evolution faction of creeps. And like one of these streams, they offer to pay
W reference.
cash money to smash some of these women that they brought. I think some of them were OF demons. So you can't really be surprised when stuff like this comes up.
How much we talking about? For real, I'm just being honest.
What is this archetype, bro? Why are they wearing matching outfits? Just obnoxiously large Cuban links, bro. Oh my god, bro. It's weird because I feel like I grew out of this saga without ever having this saga.
Be surprised when stuff like this comes up.
The obnoxious change is too much for me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
For real. How much we
I'm gonna have some VVs in the ears though, and I'm gonna probably have some modest shit. But like, nigga got the bro. This is probably I don't even want to know how much this shit costs.
you talking about? For
6ix9ine shit is definitely 6 figures.
real, I'm just being honest.
I ain't got nothing. Huh? I ain't got nothing. No. I'm trying to. I ain't trying to just do a display. I ain't here for a display.
Nigga, AB shit might be 6 figures.
I'm trying to.
That shit is wildly obnoxious.
Ain't no museum, baby. It's getting cold in here. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting cold. Can you feel around ball? Can you feel ball?
I mean, these niggas are freaked out.
Is that shit spinning?
Individuals. Not to mention the freaked out stuff AB would just do on stream. Like this one clip in the car with Convi's aunt, who I think is an OF demon.
You're not about to tell me he just started DJing in the car, are you? Because of his. Are you about to tell me that he started DJing in the car? Because it looked like he about to start DJing in the car. I feel so bad for Convi, bro. Holy fucking shit, bro. Bro, I might have had to disown. I would have had to disown your ass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I would have had to disown your ass. You on the internet moving like this. It's crazy. Said who? Who that? Huh? What? Every time, huh? Every time your name come up, who? Huh? What? I don't recall knowing anyone by that name.
I believe where he basically how do I describe?
He's DJing, bro. He dead ass started on live, brother. Nigga started DJing her shit on the live. On the live, brother. Bro's a menace to society. He started DJing her shit on live with her friend next to her. But there's a whole other person in the car.
Not to mention the freaked out stuff AB would just do on stream. Like this one clip in the car with Convi's aunt, who I think is an OF demon, I believe. Where
look at this nigga.
He basically, how do I describe this without getting demonetized?
The nigga started DJing her shit.
Seen on live petting the cat.
Saying that it
He started DJing, bro.
stinks, it don't. It smells like strawberries, margarita, and this bit. I'm kidding.
Oh, so you asked for it. Okay. Wait, chat. Wait, that's not what I meant. I don't mean it like that. But like, bro, you gotta understand that AB is the type of person that's gonna hear that shit and be like, all right, bet, let me test it. I wanna see now. And that's what he did. I'm not saying me, I'm saying him, all right? Don't clip that. Do not clip that shit. Production, cut that out. The production, delete that. Oh my god, you can see the motions.
Nursing feel like a nightmare? Get help 24/7.
The secret to that bold and the fact that she just allowed that shit.
Lemons,
Yo.
freeze them, and crush them into
Bro,
a flavor.
what is this world we're living in, bro? She just allowed that shit. All she cared about was it being on camera.
And in another clip during the same stream with 6ix9ine and Deshae, AB was smashing a chick live on stream, and
No, he wasn't, bro. No, he wasn't. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop trolling, bro. Stop trolling.
6ix9ine walked in.
Yo, bye.
Bro. Did he walk in with the camera? Please tell me he didn't walk in with the camera.
Baby.
He walked in with the camera.
Yeah, AB. Can I get a hug?
Can I get a hug? Okay. All right. Wow. Wow. Bro. Kick never beating the degenerate allegations, I'll tell you that.
What the bro? My bad, the chat wanted.
This nigga in there cracking shit talking, bro.
Yeah, this nigga 6ix9ine is a very odd person. Like,
yeah.
First of all, who would purposefully walk in on your man's having relations and then you ask for a hug? It's just weird, bro. You're just a weirdo, man. Like I said,
that's yeah.
Literally everyone saw this coming. Even on Instagram, people were saying Stevie Wonder could have seen this coming. And one person said it was only a matter of time. And the reason why folks are saying this is because of who AB is as a person, as far as what happens on stream, and him being no stranger to allegations like this. With 2 incidents in 2018 where he got a misdemeanor charge following accusations by a woman who stated that he groped her without her permission at Lenox Square shopping mall. And the infamous Cleveland nightclub incident where he pinned and forcefully kissed the woman. He was indicted and later pled guilty to reduced misdemeanor charges. He was also forced to pay $830,000. It's crazy how I just made a video talking about how a bad digital footprint can be hard to shake. And it's stuff like this that just makes you think, man, that's exactly why they didn't get accepted into Streamer University. It was obvious Eureka was coming. I mean, the saxophones were just getting louder and louder. Plus, AB makes himself an easy target for allegations with his alcohol problem. Like when he was drinking heavy, he probably didn't remember the last meal that he ate. And serious allegations like this is basically career suicide in many job fields. He better be thankful Kick doesn't give 2 fucks about degenerates roaming free on their platform. You better believe.
And they about to fight for your ass too. They about to give you the illest legal representation. Especially since they got names dropped in the case too. I hate to say it, but they probably good in that legal suit. They good. I'm not gonna. They chilling. They chilling.
Twitch would have packed this nigga up so fast.
And if there is a payout, Kick is gonna pay it out. These niggas not gonna have to pay it.
But hey man, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Make sure y'all join the Discord. I'm in there every single day. It's Fargo, and I'm out, man.
Now that I have my degree, I see myself as a stronger person because I've accomplished so much.
That's crazy, bro. They always in some shit. They're never not in some shit. That shit's crazy. Wow. I'm blown away. And now Rakai is moving out. There's been what's going on in the Clover house? This is drama all over the place. Drama everywhere. What's going on with Rakai?
What's popping up? It looks like after the bullying that
Baby Glitch
Rakai has suffered under,
there was apparently a Clover War that happened that was not, it was actually not fake mad equals funny. It was actually real mad equals funny ? So yeah, it was real.
through the hands of, he is leaving the Clover Boys' house. Now, this all started yesterday between a little prank between Kai Cenat's brother, who was
these weren't pranks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They started destroying property and shit.
urged by Kai Cenat with the
So I think it did start with, didn't it start with Kello porn? This is spoiled milk he's pouring on Dez the Crash Out's bed. If you know who Dez the Crash Out is, you know who Dez the Crash Out is. And if you don't know who Dez the Crash Out is, keep in mind that Crash Out is in his nickname. So just imagine what's gonna be the consequence for spoiled milk being poured on his bed.
incentive of gifted subs, aka money, to
how much is 400 gifted subs again? That's like, it's like, I don't know what the split is. I don't know what your split is. It's like over $1,000. It's like 13, 14 maybe, I think.
do a little prank on none other than Dez, a guy who is liable to,
but now you done did this and destroyed the Clover House,
to crash out for many things.
And then Rakai little ass called Dez, showed him.
Rakai mans came in here and gave you 2 black eyes. You didn't do nothing, nor did your brother did anything. Well, Lord, but you want to paint me like I'm a bad guy. No, tell the truth in this world. It's a lot of funny shit and weird behind the scenes shit that go on this content in this crib. This is goofy, gang. Stop trying me. Stop playing with me, gang. I respect, I protect niggas. I never neglect niggas. This is goofy, gang. My mother life, nigga. This is pussy, gang. This is crazy, gang. This is crazy, gang. This is crazy, gang. This is crazy, gang. My mother life, and he's trying to show up for y'all, gang. And if I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I don't care about the L's, about none of that shit. I don't care about the weird. I don't care about none of that shit. I swear to God, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I literally don't care anymore, bro. I literally understand this shit all like simulation.
Clover falling apart before our eyes,
like,
gang.
Like I'm on some fucked up shit. I'm not a fucked up individual, gang. At all, gang. I don't touch niggas shit. Yo, my niggas knew I couldn't come to Clover Crib for 2 months. I couldn't come to Clover Crib for 2 months because I was in his feelings, you heard? I couldn't come to Clover Crib for 2 months. Niggas stole my camera. Niggas stole my mic. Niggas stole mad shit. I didn't do nothing to niggas. I didn't physically harm nobody, none of that shit. But you know who did that shit? And Kai knows. Kai knows who stole my shit. Niggas fake reimbursed me on some funny shit. They do mad lame shit, gang, but I respect this shit until they get hurt, gang. I'm not really on this shit no more, gang. Like, I try, gang. I got real life shit going on, gang. Like, real life shit going on, gang. I really like word, gang. I do shit that they would never ever think of to do for me. Niggas, don't play with me. I don't even play with y'all like that. You don't even have a room in this crib. You don't even have a better head for me to play with you. I'm not doing that with you, gang. I'm coming here to go to rest. So I can start it. So I can try to stay consistent.
He can't even get his words out. He tight. Nigga tight.
A consistent streamer. I'm trying to stay consistent. Get my rest and just get up and just do what I gotta do.
Facts, I feel you, Dez. That rest is very important when you're trying to be a consistent streamer. As soon as you miss a little bit of rest and that rhythm and cycle gets thrown off, now you're not streaming for a week. That shit sucks. It's a fine balance you gotta keep in tune.
I don't do that shit with you. The whole time, I hate the picking because you put me, you know I'm in a tight spot. You know everybody out there I'm crazy, so you gonna play with me. You gonna play with me so I can react crazy. And now it's like, oh, this is wild. No, bro. No, you's a
that shit scared me. Why is it so loud?
You's a I don't give a fuck. You's a bitch. Because everybody got little brothers. I got little brothers too. Same niggas, Ace and all that.
Why do my ears just get more sensitive?
No, I swear to God, I don't give a no more, gang. This is goofy, gang. This whole crib, I don't even know, gang. This whole entire crib.
What
gang.
just happened?
On my mother life, gang. I swear to God, gang. Swear to God, this shit whack, bro. Whack. I don't give a fuck.
I think I just activated my super hearing.
Talk to me, gang, because it's all clip farmers, gang. I'm not on that. I'm on some real blocks, gang. I'm on some real. No.
Calm down.
Just calm down.
That nigga's so mad he don't even want him to sit in his chair. He's
just calm down, gang.
Play with me over and over again. I don't want none of these niggas. I can't come to Clover Crib. Tell the truth. So tell her what the truth. So tell her what the truth. Just tell her what the truth. You know the truth. You tell her what.
So Dez
bro,
reacted
Tyler is stressed, bro. Yo, he got stress on his face, bro.
Angrily, but Rakai would also start going back and forth with Khalil, who is Kai Cenat's brother, and they would get into a little two different scuffles about PCs breaking.
You want to go back and forth? I'll break this in myself. I'm gonna break this in myself.
Oh, he.
Now we not on content. I broke it myself. What happened? I broke it myself. What happened?
He broke his own PC.
It's just content. What happened? It's just content. What happened? This is content. I'm pushing my
Damn, wait. Yo, wait, what? Damn it. I was like, why is it not working? Because it's affecting the volume.
It's just content. I broke it myself. What is content? I broke it myself. Wait, what happened? It's just content. What happened? It's just content. Why are you locking your door with this? I broke it myself. What happened? I'll break this in myself.
He broke his own PC.
I'll break this myself. Now we not on content. I broke it myself. What happened?
Damn. That nigga said, I'm not even gonna let you get the chance. I'm not even gonna let you have the satisfaction. Yo, Kello a demon.
I broke it myself. What happened? It's just content. What happened? It's just content. What happened? This is content. It's just content. I broke it myself. What is content? I broke it myself. Wait, what happened? It's just content. What happened? It's just content. Why you
Ty Lil is having a breakdown. He's having a silent breakdown and nobody's talking about it.
You're doing this time to go to your room. It's just content.
He's watching this whole shit fall apart. And it's not funny, bro, but goddamn.
Yes, but I thought it was just nah, it's just content.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's just content. It's just content. It's just content. No, it's just. I'm not trying to hurt you. Move. It's just content. Move. It's just content. It's just content.
Buddy's just there saying it's just bro. Ty Lil's losing his mind. He's losing his grip on sanity, brother. He's been saying it's just content, bro. Brother has been spamming one phrase, one-liners in every single clip we've seen him in, bro. He's slipping, bro. Bro is slipping. Bro can only muster one-liners at this point. Said, calm down. Calm down. It's just content. It's just content.
It's just content. What happened? What happened? It's just content. What happened now? What happened? What happened? It's just content.
Mind you, why is Tatum there?
Oh, now everybody quiet. Yes. What am I?
Mind you, bro.
Day, I'm done. Y'all niggas get y'all clip on me.
Mind you, I'm pretty. Ain't this is the street? This is the hot sauce girl.
What happened? What happened? You want to throw a pot? You want to throw a pot? Yes or no?
Oh. Yo, this little Rakai nigga bold, bro. Yo, these niggas probably secretly hate each other because this is crazy, bro. I have a younger brother and it was not like this, bro. We always had crazy respect for each other. Like, it's kind of crazy. This shit is ridiculous.
What happened? You want to throw a pot? You want to throw a pot?
This nigga did a pump fake feint attack, pushed him to create separation, chucked that pot with all of his might. I don't know who Kello thought he was. I just saw the screen turn off when that shit hit too. Oh man. The screen went off instantly. That screen went off instantly. That shit went off instantly. Oh no, I came back on. He broke the case though. Damn. Damn.
No. Chill. Stop playing. Okay, stop playing. What am I dead? Stop playing. Stop playing me, alright? Chill. Alright? Listen. Both y'all let go. Stop playing. Chill. Both y'all let go. Chill. Let go.
Damn. Chat, is this the end of Clover?
Chill.
This is not funny, but goddamn.
Try a
Is this the end of Clover?
delicious Dunkin' refreshers.
Liberty Bibberty. That's my name. I tell everyone it feels great getting great coverage and savings on car.
It's just content though.
This shit has been underlying for a minute though.
Broke that PC.
My shit's still on.
I'm not gonna lie. Niggas just be talking, bro. He said, "I ain't break shit. My shit's still on." Honestly, Kello, you shouldn't even have said nothing.
So this whole fiasco happened. People thought that they had issues. Rakai, that guy, you know that guy's willing to do anything. But Khalil would apologize to Rakai.
Two things that was really standing up for me was you and Ray, gang. So I ain't gonna lie, I got your back. Don't ever think I'll jump on my body and do shit like that again. Yeah, I did drag it though, but I gotta understand, it's just content. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And
Is it though?
I was gonna say too. I want to tell you to say that for Disney and
Save that shit for Disney. Fuck you.
You thought this was, man? Real talk, you want to bitch?
Man. Bro think you Lucius lying.
In front of my 25X? Thought we gonna be cool. Oh, Frenchie.
So Rakai reacts in Rakai fashion. Like, come on, man, get the hell out of here. This guy is, he is just like the worst possible kid you could ever raise. Also inspired.
Alright, bro. Yo, that's mean. That's so mean.
By young boy, but also, would we say he knows where to stop? For his age, I would say he hasn't gone as crazy as Speed was going. Although,
Fair.
yeah, like this guy,
Fair's.
fireworks in the crib. I mean, Casadat was doing fireworks in the crib too. And at least this guy is terrorizing a content house. He's not terrorizing his mom's house, because Speed's mom had to deal with a lot. But it looks like that apology from Khalil was not enough.
Fairs.
Because Rakai would announce that he was moving out.
Yes, I'm moving out, Chad. I can't do it no more, Chad. I cannot do it no more, bro. I cannot do it no more, Chad. But Chad, I got some good news.
You can't do
They
it
gonna
no
be like,
more.
oh, okay, Rakai. Okay, Rakai, you proved them wrong. First of all, look at the fucking house, man. Mad dirty, man. Mad fucking dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Mad.
This is suspicious. People aren't certain if he's really moving out, but Khalil would say that he is moving.
Bro, I don't. It's just this is my first time dealing with shit like this. So it's like now I'm gonna just make sure I do my part. You see how I got Dez his sheets. You feel me? Me and Dez talked it out. Me and Glitch been good. Like me and Glitch is good. I don't know what. I don't know if
This audio quality fire.
It's something like where it's beef or something. No cap, there's no beef. You feel me? Other than that, gang, I'm about to just give him his monitors and I'll head to New York.
He's moving back to New York. Oh shit.
You feel me? Other than that,
damn. This really the end of Clover. Oh my god. It's the end of Clover.
that was yesterday, bro.
Honestly though, I'm not gonna lie. The Reem-Marty Kello segments did hit. They do hit.
So, like I said yesterday, this guy Khalil, he seems to be a very reasonable guy that was pushed into content as an opportunity because he's Kai Cenat's brother. I think Kai urged him. He's like, listen, man, you got talent. You can do this. And he's just a normal functioning guy. Like, he got gaslit yesterday because he got urged to go out and do something on the behalf of Kai Cenat, who is the father of all of these guys. And then Ty Lil tries to gaslight him about it.
Oh, man, over.
I'm not talking to him no more. You do this for you. Okay, I was disrespectful. I will buy a whole new bed. It's not about the whole new bed or payment. Okay, I will buy it. It's disrespectful. Yo, Kai was in the chat. It's disrespectful. Kai does not live here. It's disrespectful. Let me tell you. This is Kai Chris. As a young man.
Hold on, Kai instigated? Say you swear Kai instigated. Okay, that kind of makes it funny. Bro, Kai instigated? Damn. Everybody in the wrong.
As a young man, stop touching me, gang. As a young man, you gotta remember. As a young man, it's respect his boundaries, gang. This is the quick. It's respect his boundaries. It's respecting his boundaries, gang. It's respecting his boundaries. Yes.
So when they throw milk, ketchup,
respect
and with violate, so when
it's respecting his boundaries. Before you know what his boundaries. That's disrespectful.
So when don't show me it's respecting boundaries.
Something to somebody and trying to figure out.
I love you to death. And what about I can talk to you? I can bet you.
Listen, it's
right now.
I'm not justifying.
Yes, you are. You are.
I'm not justifying. He's telling you the street. I'm not justifying.
Okay, all right. So
stop trying to say.
What are you
trying to get hate from? Because I don't give a.
I was never hating for my man.
I'm not justifying what he said to you. It's correct. Because you're on stream. Things like that should be said.
At the end of the day, bro.
You do spoil for his bag. He wasn't here. He didn't agree to play. Wardrobe threw milk on my head. What did I do? I went along with it. I say what somebody should or shouldn't do.
So, but this is Kai crib. This not nobody crib. This is not our crib.
We here to take care of it. We here to take care of it. We here to take care of it. You should in the first place.
I'm not. Don't try to blame me.
Listen.
Don't be saying to you. Come on, gang.
I just went up there in his stream. I said I'm gonna say to you and Tim. I'm not trying to talk because we on camera, bro. And it's so much happened. And so much happened that don't even be on stream.
Okay, but like Ty Lil though, didn't we just see you in all these other clips saying, it's just content, bro. It's just content. It's just content. It's just content. But now it's disrespectful, bruh. Yo, I don't know how you stay sane in a house like this, bruh.
That should not be brought to the internet. But that's something that with that shit, I feel like it shouldn't have been brought to the internet. But I cannot control how he react, bro.
I'm saying though, bro,
Dad's on streams is 10 a.m. for him to come home to no sheets on his bed. He's tired with lay down, but you do spoil his bed for subscribers. You feel what I'm saying? Dad's what I do that to you. I'm be honest.
They're pressing. They're pressing. Oh my!
He washed the sheets too.
A 3-topping large for just $10 at Pizza Hut? That's a big deal. With your choice of hut crust and 3 of your favorite.
So he's confused, like I was talking about in the previous video, and then he tries to make everything right. He's like, okay, let me get the sheets. He went and did the shopping for the sheets and all of that. He comes back, he apologizes to Rakai for the interaction that they had. They got a little bit physical. They got really physical. And then now he's leaving the crib. But is Rakai actually going to leave the crib? I don't think so. I think Rakai
he's about to do another segment.
He can get a lot of different opportunities being in LA. Like, this guy's the hottest streamer right now. When Casanat is not live, which he's not live, he's just doing bigger and bigger things. Rakai is averaging like 100,000. When in between YouTube and Twitch, the guy is crushing it. And this is his environment. And I think Casanat wants him to stay here because he lifts everybody else. You know, what is it, like a rising tide lifts all boats? I mean, Dez, that guy, we don't know if he's still in there or not. We did get a little bit of an update.
I thought he doesn't live there anymore.
From Kaya Sanat, who is Kai Sanat's sister, saying the following. We understood Dez' principle, but how he communicated with his foul language after, everything is crazy. So there's a lot of behind, like I said yesterday, I don't think this guy Dez is just mad for no reason. I think there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that have been building up, and that's why he cracked. This was his moment to crack. I do think sometimes he's a little bit unreasonable, but I think he got well adjusted to the situation. But Kaya would also say, my little brother been getting held accountable. Dez went from spoiled milk to personal things.
Oh yeah, Kaya called Kello while all this was going on, and she basically told him to leave. When like in the midst of everything, all the crash out stuff going on. That's her baby brother, bro. She's watching him go through that shit. She probably felt so bad. Oh, he got personal? I didn't know this. When did he do this?
Amongst him and my brother. And the brand with intent to disrespect. So she's talking about Kai Cenat. So she's saying that Dez went from like a prank to bringing up other things. But when the frustration is building up on a guy like this, where do you expect it to go? I think like all of the weight that's been on this guy's shoulder, it became too much for him. And maybe he's not built for this. And I think that's a thing where Kai Cenat's going to have to go through growing pains where some people are not meant for this. And I think Kai Cenat, he's got a big heart. This guy Dez, he would have never been grinding on his own. He would have never done it. But I think Kai Cenat had a bunch of different friends and people that he liked. And he said, you know what? I'm going to give you guys opportunities. I'm going to put you in the best pot. I'm going to give you a jump start. I'm going to put you in my Mafia-thon. I'm going to put you in a house that you don't have to pay rent for with other people that did grind it out. Because Rakai grinded it out. Even as a young little boy, he was putting out content. He was built for this. And this guy, Dez, it might just not be for him. You can't bring it. Not everybody is meant.
That's really a street nigga though.
This entertainment type of world, especially streamers. And with the
bro, he be ready to put hands on a nigga. Cause bro, this I don't know him personally, obviously, but I come from a certain environment where I know these archetype of people. You feel me? I grew up around them, raised around them, bro. When certain shit crosses a certain line, somebody's gonna get hurt. All right. And he's basically been fighting his natural instincts to not do that because he understands the situation that he's in. But he's reached a point where I feel like he doesn't even trust himself to be able to restrain himself. So that's why he's trying to remove himself from the situation before he does some shit that he really can't come back from. That's just what I think it is. He doing this shit for the greater good. He's trying to keep y'all safe. He not doing this to keep him safe.
This level of energy. And she continues and says, there is principle in communication that could have been said better. I helped them with their personal life. Again, y'all don't know anything. And this is understandable, where it's like, yo, you're bringing the brand into it. And that's where I think
he not for this content shit.
Her
bro.
position is where she has to let them know, hey, look, there's entertainment, there's what's on stream, and there is what you can never put on stream. And I think Dez was towing that line, which is why they're coming after him. But how is he going to look at this? If I'm him, I'm looking at it like, yo, you tell your brother, you were already doing me, not dirty, because there was the whole like him DMing his girlfriend before they got together and then like liking a photo. So there's that whole internet narrative. And then you got mad at me about that. And then now you have your brother prank me. And then I get mad at it. And then your sister's coming at me for getting mad at your brother pranking me. And I feel like I'm being targeted. So he feels like he's being targeted by Kai Cenat. And like I said, other people that he's helped, Kai Cenat, is Ty Lil. And Ty Lil, he's built for the entertainment game. So, of course, he's just killing it. Although he does move very shiesty. But Rakai, this guy's not going to leave that crib.
Crazy.
That guy is the golden goose. That's like him leaving the Clover crib is like Kai Cenat leaving the AMP house, which he could have done, but he still lives there. He's still doing his thing there. I just think Rakai is continuing the story. You know, it's like a new episode. What's going to happen in the next episode?
He's about to just get another crib.
Leave? Is he not going to leave? And if
he about to pull an agent.
This guy is not leaving the crib. It's just that the next episode is going to be him doing like a car giveaway. He announced it the next day. He's giving a car to his mother. He's buying her a car. And I think she's are they from Buffalo, New York? They're from somewhere that's not Atlanta, which is where the Clover Boys crib is. And then if he wants to collaborate, he'll just do his time in LA. Although I do think they are a little bit limited, not being able to collaborate with other people that are mostly based in LA, like DDG, or Miami's close. They could go there. But I think what Kai Cenat wants to do is make sure that these guys, they have their own fan base and don't rely on cross collaborations between other groups and individuals. And they have enough people in that house to do that. I mean,
content machine.
The crib in LA is going to cost a lot more than the crib in the greater Atlanta area. But let me know what y'all think about this. Could you see Rakai leaving this? I don't think this guy Rakai could get angry at anything. He's almost like an Aiden Ross. Like you guys would see Aiden Ross try to get angry at something and you just laugh at it. Not because Aiden Ross is a joke, but because it's like you're Aiden Ross. You don't get angry. Like even a Kai Cenat, like sometimes, yeah, even he's hard. So the people that are just funny all the time and they get the jokes, it's hard to see them angry. Now, Ty Lil, I could see that guy getting angry. I could see him having a range of different emotions. A Rakai, that guy is just always on content mode. And that's why I think he's built to take over this whole game, because he doesn't take anything personally. Valid. He doesn't care if he gets made fun of. He doesn't care if he looks goofy. He doesn't care if people say he stinks, he's ugly, his mouth like smells terribly, he has gingivitis, whatever the hell it is. That guy is just built to entertain. And that's why Kai Cenat it definitely aged well when he said, if there's a streamer that he thinks could surpass him, it would be Rakai. Because Rakai's I don't even think he's hit 18 years old yet, and he's at the top of the game. Like I told y'all, for these young bucks, we're talking the under 17, the under 16 crowd, Rakai is their guy. Like they cannot wait to go home and watch Rakai. And you could say maybe he's raising a generation of terrible little kids.
Potentially.
But listen, I think he's a better case than the SoundCloud generation when you had people looking up to a Lil Pump whose theme was drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay.
You're always going to have something to criticize, but a little bit of bad behavior and pranking isn't as bad as pushing people towards drugs. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
He did his big one with that one. He did his big one. He certainly did his big one with that. WVid, you seen? WVid. What else we got? What else we got? Old car versus new car debate.
Pro Plan Advantage. 3-in-1 senior support. Fuel for life.
When buying a new car, especially if it's a pre-owned car.
Holy targeted ad. Goodness gracious. People settling the old versus new car debate. Chad, y'all buy new cars?
Swear that
I never buy a new car. Look, if y'all don't know, every single car has this thing, and it's called depreciation. And that depreciation has a curve, all right? Stay with me now. Stay with me because I'm about to start dropping some math terms. I know. I don't like math either. But, all right, so it's like think of it in terms of a graph, all right? It starts at a certain MSRP, and as time goes by, it drops. In the first, I want to say like 5 years, that drop is exponential. It drops so very quickly. This is especially true for luxury vehicles. For instance, I'm going to use an extreme here. 7 Series BMW comes out brand new, 6 figures, 100,000 plus. In 5 years, shit probably 40. Shit might be 35. Over half of its price, completely lost. And you could get that bargain if you just wait. The sweet spot for depreciation curve for most vehicles is like 5 to 6 years. Don't buy a new car. Do not buy a new car, especially now. Wait for that depreciation curve. Every single car has its own depreciation curve. It's affected by market flows and ebbs and things of that nature. But pay attention to the depreciation curve. You might get a steal.
golden age of cars ended decades ago, while others argue that the new shit is way better. It's time to finally settle the debate by putting old cars and new cars against each other in nearly every category. When it comes to the absolute first impressions of a car, old cars and new cars look and feel completely
How do you crash
different.
like that?
New cars are aggressive. You look at a new car, and even though it's mostly made of plastic, it just makes you want to shit your pants. They have those thin LED headlights, massive front lips, and a bunch of other bullshit that just makes the car look like it wants to kill you. They look really cool, really aggressive, and super fast. The thing is, all of the new cars look so similar. You can't really tell if a car is cool or not until you look at the badges, which is kind of crazy. The new style of most new cars is pretty cool to me. But
hold on. It's kind of loud. My ears.
But the design of older cars is completely unmatched. It's almost not even fair because older cars didn't need to be designed around a bunch of bullshit restraints. Engineers didn't need to design a car based on wind tunnel performance or safety regulations. They just needed
emissions
to make something that looked cool and stood out. If you went to buy a brand new car in the 70s, you would see all sorts of cars. Older cars came in tons of different colors, every car was a different shape and size, and none of them were overlooked by the manufacturer. You can easily notice that in the build quality. They were
built like tanks.
Carefully crafted to stand out individually, which made them all cool in their own ways, which also meant there was a good option for everything. If you wanted to get the best possible
OG Miata
Canyon Carver at the time, you could get a 1972 BMW 2002 in Colorado orange, or like 46 other colors. If you wanted to get something to haul the family around, you could easily pick up a 1969 Ford Aurora 2. The car was large enough to haul the entire family around or conduct business meetings because look at this
It's like the generic vehicle that they have in all of like the old school family movies. any old school movie where they got to load the family in the vehicle is one of these.
passenger seat. This car is so badass. I'm definitely gonna own one of these one day.
Why it got Rolls Royce doors though?
If you were looking for something purely for blue-collar dirty work, then you had plenty of options. Trucks at the time didn't have all the bullshit screens and easily broken plastic parts. Trucks were raw and meant to be used for actual work. Back then, if you needed a simple truck just to haul yard waste to the dump or lend to your neighbor now and then.
Damn. Who lace Mater, bro? Who lace Mater Zaw with the Fent? They got Mater off the Fent, bro. What's going on? They done lace my boy.
There were tons.
Hey, yo, somebody go get Lightning.
Of cheap options. The Ford Ranger, the Chevy C10, and the Toyota pickup were awesome trucks. If you needed something more substantial for big jobs, you could get something like the Ford F-250 or C-1500.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, back in the day, though.
Big jobs, you could get something like the Ford F-250 or C-15.
This shit used to be clean, bro. This used to be a hood staple, bro. OG riding through in one of these, you know, Unc was cool as shit. You know, Unc was mad cool. Hop out that shit with mad swag. You know, he got the baddie with him too.
1500. Adjusted for inflation, these trucks would roughly cost around $25,000 for a lower end one, and no more than $40,000 for a higher end one. While most new base model trucks start around $40,000 or $50,000, and of course, they just look so nice. If you were an OG looking for a clean ride, there were so many options. Even the OG Edgars were better off back then. You could get a clean Firebird, maybe a
Not a Firebird though.
Mustang, or something like a
Fox body though.
Camaro Z28. If you were as rich as shit, or at least wanted to come across as rich as shit, you could definitely go for a 635 CSI. There were just so many cool fucking cars. The selling points for old cars were partially performance numbers, but it was so much more about the badass design of the car. It feels like making the car look awesome was their main marketing strategy. The build quality of older cars was also pretty cool. Since old cars didn't need to have airbags and a bunch of other sensors and stuff, they didn't need to cheap out on other parts of the car. If you get in an older car, everything feels like it has a weight to it. They didn't use cheap plastic clips or fake plastic wood. It was all real. On the other hand, newer cars need to use way more plastic than older ones. They have so many more expensive parts in them, so they can't be wasting money on nice feeling
and don't even get me started on electronics.
Center consoles or like more tactile buttons. New cars use a ton of plastic, which is super annoying, but it might be for the better. Since the plastic parts are cheaper,
For 100 years, we've been leading the pack, helping to bring dogs into our homes and innovating to deliver
it means these fast and luxury cars are a lot more affordable. They just feel a little bit more tacky and probably won't last as long as older cars. I think that plastic use is going in the right direction though. When people think of new cars having too much plastic, they're usually thinking of cars from the 2010s. It was around this time that things started to get a lot more plastic and car manufacturers just didn't know what should be plastic.
I don't know if this is the right reference here. I don't know if this is the right reference.
And what shouldn't. My E91 has some of the worst plastic use of all time. The valve cover, jack.
BMW stay doing that stupid shit, bro. They make the stupidest parts plastic, bro. Like the parts that are going to be subjected to rapid heating and rapid cooling, they make them plastic because, you know, that's just a great idea, right?
Points in the skid.
Let's make the intake manifold plastic.
Plate. Probably the engine block for all I know. Everything in that fucking car is
Let's make our valve covers plastic.
And it's so annoying. It was just yesterday that I was putting a new battery in that car. I had to take off about 8 plastic panels just to get to the battery. I swapped the new battery in and accidentally broke the positive terminal clamp. Usually this would be no issue at all. You can just buy a new clamp for pocket change. The only issue is that BMW decided to house the entire clamp in solid plastic.
So you have to replace the whole battery because you broke the positive clamp?
meant that instead of ordering a $6 part, I was ordering a $150 part straight from.
Is that just for the whole clamp housing, or is that a whole new battery?
From Germany. I ended up just breaking the plastic
From Germany. Crazy.
and tack welding the clamp back together. It's like there's traps to stop you from fixing your own car, which is something I'll talk more about later. I think these setbacks were mostly left in the 2010s though. Newer
I need a mechanic sensei.
plastic parts make a lot more sense, and they also aren't rotten yet, so it's not nearly as bad as it was in that weird period of time. It was also around that weird period of time that car designs changed a lot. My E91, for example, again, was one of the first BMWs to have that look. It almost looks like the car's
like the E90s.
Exterior is stretched around a skeleton. There
yeah.
used to be a lot of harsh lines and geometry in the designs, but almost every car started to look kind of fat, if you know what I mean. Even the E46 looks a little bit chubby compared to the E36, but the E90 is where the designs really started to get gluttonous. So which cars have better looks and build quality? Is it new or old? It's fair to say that a lot of new cars
It's not really a competition.
look significantly more aggressive than old ones. Even soccer mom cars with a CVT transmission look like they're ready to hit the track. This doesn't mean that they look better though. Objectively, the design of older cars was better. Since they had fewer design restraints than we do now, they could just get more creative with the way that cars look. So this point has to go to old cars. As for the build quality, I'm gonna give the point to new cars. If you look past the
build quality, new cars,
cheap plastic air vents and creaky plastic interiors on new cars, the build quality is just better. Panel gaps are straighter, new cars rarely rust, and they're just more precisely made. I realize that new cars can definitely feel more tacky than old ones, but the tech that we have to build them is just insane compared to what we had back then. While new build quality may be more precise, it's way more complex, which brings me to the next category. Owning a new car is very different from owning an old one. Daily driving an old car almost feels ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine doing that. I'm not gonna lie. I am very, very thankful. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, I need them, but you know, drivers assistance mechanics and all that, you know, lane departure assistance and stuff like that, you know, that stuff's really helpful. Blind spot monitoring, very helpful. Backup camera with trajectory, oh yeah, yes.
Quality of the soft plastics they used back then were way worse, so most of the door seals are probably leaking. The headliner in old cars almost always sags, and basically every other non-metal thing tries to break itself. People used to need to worry about their cars just randomly catching on fire or breaking down out of nowhere. Cars required a lot more regular maintenance, especially with carbureted engines. Now, almost all of these ridiculous issues have been solved.
Bro, imagine if that was like a fear that you had to have of your car just spontaneously combusting randomly for no reason. That's just something you have to worry about on a daily basis. What kind of life is that, bro?
New cars don't just randomly break themselves, unless it's a BMW. And so many other issues like overheating, engine flooding, and rust have basically been solved. That being said, new cars are still far from bulletproof, which is possibly way more problematic. If you break something in a new car, the repair process is ridiculous. There was this one time that my BMW had a door seal leak and some water got under the passenger seat. I decided to pull the seat out so I could dry the floor, and here's what actually happened. I unbolted the
yeah, I just know this is not
seat, but realized that I needed to unplug the battery first so that the airbag sensor didn't go off. I unplugged the battery in the trunk, closed the trunk, and went back to pull.
And then you realize you couldn't
pull the seat out. I realized that the seat was too reclined to pull out of the car, so I tried to move it forward. These seats are electric.
And then you realize you couldn't because you unplugged the battery.
Though, so I couldn't move them forward without the battery being plugged in. This pissed me off a lot, but it was far from the end of the world. I went to go plug the battery in, but I couldn't open the trunk to access.
Because it's battery powered. It's an electronic lock. Yo, it's a trap. It's literally all the genjutsu, bro.
The battery because it has an electric latch. So yeah, what the fuck?
Nah, bro. You just gotta take a break for the day.
Orgain helps keep me feeling full and fueled to make it happen.
The probability of me understanding this is 0.
You should AI that with Copilot.
Explain it to me like
Anyway, I ended up needing to climb through my car, take a plastic panel off from the inside of the trunk to find the manual latch, and barely open the trunk. I plugged the battery in, moved the seat like 4 degrees forward, and unplugged it again so that I could finally pull the seat out of the fucking car, which by the way weighs like 70 pounds. Basically, that entire process was simply so I could dry the floor. In an old car, this would have been 4 bolts and 0 concern for an airbag sensor getting tripped. If that sensor got tripped, the airbags wouldn't blow up in my face or anything, but the sensor would trigger a warning light that just will not go away unless you go to a BMW specialist who can access the SRS codes. So yeah, basically all that shit happened over a wet carpet. It almost feels like new car manufacturers.
That's disgusting. And mind you, that's an E90. And that's from like 06 to like 2013. I don't even want to know what the new ones are like, bro. I don't even want to know.
Don't want you to be able to fix your own car. Even though new cars rarely break, it's such a pain to fix them. There's so many plastic covers, specialty tools, and sensors that could easily be messed up. It makes it a lot more tempting to go pay for the labor instead of risking breaking your own shit for no reason at all. I find it interesting that with a lot of new cars, you need to go to a specific shop. If there's something you can't do yourself, you can't just bring it to a local mechanic. You need to go to some sort of corporate slop dealership certified bullshit place to get them to fix the issues for some reason. Is it better to get certified dudes to do the work, or is it maybe just a little bit of a slight money grab? Well, at least you don't need to worry about that with older cars. Working on older cars is significantly easier, kind of. You can fix so many old cars with basically just a hammer and literally tune carved engines with a screwdriver. You could count the number of fuses and sensors on one hand, and they're usually put in a super obvious place. Older cars were just built to be repaired by the owner, and there are nearly no mental hula hoops that you need to jump through to fix them. While they may have more frequent issues, it's so much easier to fix those issues and keep the car going for cheap. Back when these cars were new, this was definitely the way to go. But now, old cars are mostly rusty and crusty. Turning a few bolts might turn into melting a few bolts, if you know what I mean. When all that hardware and those rubber parts were new, DIY maintenance was awesome. Now they're all decomposed and things can be difficult. There's kind of a sweet spot for DIY maintenance. If your car is too old or rare, it's nearly impossible to come across parts for it. I was looking for new bumpers for my 1975 BMW 2002 because those bumpers are butt ugly. I searched far and wide for some 1973 bumpers, but they just did not exist. Like, there are some old dudes on Facebook selling their mangled bumpers for like $2 each, but there aren't any reasonable options whatsoever. This is the main setback for old cars. If it's old or rare enough, you're gonna need to get used to fabricating your own shit. Just simple things like new blinkers are only made in one factory overseas by one dude once a year whenever he feels like it. Luckily, it's easy to find parts.
That's really how it be, bro. That's actually crazy.
Parts for brand new cars.
I'm talking like I have a vintage vehicle. I don't have a vehicle. I'm a walking civilian.
But you're unlikely to stumble across what you need.
A pedestrian, if you will.
At a junkyard or something. If you need a part for a new car, best believe you're going to be ordering that shit for full price directly from the dealership. I feel like 90s and early 2000s cars are the sweet spot for used parts though. There were tons of cars made around this time, and tons of people still drive cars parts though. There were tons of cars made around this time, and tons
Goodness gracious.
of people still drive cars from that time. Those cars have the most aftermarket support, the most third party, and the most used parts. They're also still pretty raw. Cars from that era might have some more sensors than old ones, but they're still super easy to fix on your own. I'm not sure if cars from this time are new or old. They're definitely not brand new, and they're definitely far from ancient. So what's better to live with, old cars or new cars? I'm gonna give the point to old cars. Unless you have an old rust bucket that sat in a field for 20 years, regular maintenance is so much easier and cheaper on old cars than new ones. Even though new cars don't need to be fixed regularly, it's just such a financial burden when they do. And it feels nearly impossible to do the work on your own most of the time. The problem with old cars is that they don't have some of the luxuries that people are used to these days. So which is more comfortable to drive every day? As I
I'm not gonna lie. I'll pay to play. Shit.
I was saying earlier, old cars don't usually have the nicest door seals and climate control. If you get in your old car on a cold day, set aside some extra time to squeegee the condensation on the inside of the windshield. Defogging the windows in old cars is just something you forget about until you regularly drive one.
Bro, I had a W206. I was about to say 6. Definitely not a W206. I had a W204. The heat took long to kick in. It definitely took long to kick in. AC too, bro. You had to give that shit a little minute, but when it turned on, it turned on. But it took a little while though.
On a hot day, just pray you don't get stuck in traffic. Your only air conditioning is the air that's flying towards you as you drive. So while they might be a bit easier to live with financially, are they easier to live with mentally? One thing that I much prefer about older cars over new ones is the size on the road. Older cars are—
That's fairs. You can probably find so many more parking spaces with them tiny ass cars.
are generally a lot smaller, and I feel a lot more comfortable keeping them in a lane. They also usually have smaller pillars, so the extra visibility is surprisingly nice. That being said, with every other new car on the road being semi-truck sized, smaller cars can sometimes be uncomfortable. Going on mountain roads and regular town driving is super nice in old cars though. We'll talk more about performance later.
That sounds
Manual
like
door
such
locks
a
are surprisingly
vibe.
nice in old
Oh my, that sounds like such a vibe, bro.
be uncomfortable. Going on mountain roads and regular town—
Oh, I want to do it now. I need to do this now. I don't like, bro, I just unlocked a quest, like a quest notification just popped up, and like my augmented reality, like solo leveling type shit. Like I just seen it. I gotta do that quest now. Shorty, we taking a vacation.
Town driving is super nice in old cars though. We'll talk more about performance later. Manual door
I
locks
just imagine me winding around the mountain and some vintage shit, like sunglasses with the little beat shirt.
are
Y'all know the ones, the little button down t-shirts with the little patterns and shit. Glasses and shit. Find shit in the passenger seat. You know what I'm saying?
surprisingly annoying. When you're getting in your car at night, it's just so nice to click a button to unlock the car. I never really thought a remote unlock was that convenient until my key fob broke. If you park an old car in a big parking lot, you might have to deploy a drone to find that shit. In new cars, you can just click the key fob and your car basically shoots out a beacon so you can find it. More importantly, old cars—
It does.
So, at Merrick, real beef is the #1 ingredient. Merrick, real is our recipe.
I felt stuck, and I wanted more for
New
myself.
cars also
I always
have
wanted to have
apps
kids, and some days,
GPS
getting older, it's
location.
like
Cars drive like old cars. Even in the early 2000s, having a commuter car with over 150 horsepower was pretty cool. Old cars are usually about as slow as shit. We'll talk more about power numbers when we get to performance, but even just for daily driving, it felt a lot more sluggish than new cars. Imagine trying to show off your new land yacht with a V8 that makes a whopping 200 horsepower with a 0 to 60 in about 15 seconds. Things were just slow, but again, we'll talk more about this later. I actually don't use the navigation in any of my cars, but that's something that a lot of people would definitely have a hard time missing out on. It's things like navigation or Bluetooth that people just get used to. You used to need to flip through a CD book or pull out an actual map to figure out where you're going. I don't think this is a real problem for most old cars though, because you can just replace the head unit and pull up maps on your phone or something. It's just something that a lot of people like to have built into their cars though. Imagine picking up someone in an old car for a first date and you have a really shit playlist going. So you need to flip through your entire CD book, wipe off the CD to make sure it's not too dirty, and then you're good to go again. But during that process, you miss the turn.
Nah, gang, the OGs used to tell me about the disc changes. You used to have the disc changes in them. If you wasn't really like that, if you didn't have the disc changer in there, you didn't have to flip through it. You got the disc changer with all the playlists for all the different vibes and say you're not tapped in for real. I'm sounding like an old head right now, but the OGs taught me, bro. You're not tapped. You gotta have the disc changer, bro. You ain't got no disc changer. You're not like that.
So now you have to unfold an entire map to figure out where you are going again. How could you possibly be nonchalant back then? At least the car looks good. So one issue with older cars is that a lot of them are just metal coffins. They have very optional looking seatbelts and awkward crumple zones. And absolutely no airbags, of course. Maybe people who drive older cars are better drivers because they're actually just scared to crash. I don't know how automakers went so long without seatbelts and airbags. At least it made the car lighter, but it was just actually so embarrassing. Imagine getting in a minor fender bender and breaking your face for no reason at all. There could have been a pillow on your steering wheel, but you decided to drive an older car because they look cool. I think people often forget about how regular car theft and break-ins used to be. They're still super common, but back in the day, if you saw something you wanted in someone's car, it was already yours. There were no car alarms and definitely no flock cameras watching you. Better yet, they didn't even have safety glass, so it just shattered so easily. The cars also comfortably started and drove with a screwdriver. Luckily, a lot of new cars are significantly harder to steal or break into. I mean, they're
Except for Kias.
not much harder to break into, but they're gonna make a
Not that I do anything like that, but you've all seen the videos.
lot of noise. And honestly, with the amount of time it takes to remove all the plastic panels to hotwire a new car, you could have just got a minimum wage job and bought a car. I think one of the biggest differences for most people would be the actual daily driving experience though. People got very used to ABS and traction control. I think if everyone had to revert to driving old cars, we would see a lot of people spinning out. Even when it starts raining for the first time after the summer, I see people in new cars doing the dumbest shit. Last fall, I drove 10 minutes and saw one person do a 180 on an on-ramp and then saw someone accidentally power slide a roundabout in a front-wheel drive car. Some of the drivers that religiously drive new cars would have a really hard time driving old ones without all the extra things. Traction control and ABS are almost always great to have for daily driving, but I've had a few new car experiences that have pissed me off so much. I was driving a 2015 Subaru Outback in the snow once and just expected it to plow right through that shit because it was a Subaru. Any old Subaru would easily go over all of that stuff. It's what they're known for. This 2015 Subaru Outback, on the other hand, was not on the same page as me. I got slightly stuck and tried to just power out of it, but that piece of shit car just wouldn't send any fucking power to the wheels because of the traction control. Even after turning off traction control, the car was just not raw enough to get out of the situation I was in. Honestly, it was probably my fault for some reason, but in a lot of old cars, you just didn't need to think about things like that. What you had is what you had. You had an actual throttle cable and then got the power sent straight to the wheels. Having no traction control makes some situations a lot more difficult, but other situations a lot easier, or at least more fun. I'm personally not a huge fan of lane assist or auto braking or anything that distracts you from driving the car, but I think
auto braking is terrifying, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Auto braking is terrifying. I hate that shit. It's happened to me 2 times, I think. Bro, every single time that shit happened, I swear I thought I hit some shit. Like, it's so aggressive. It's scary, bro. Fuck auto braking, bro. It's like I was in control the whole fucking time, and it just decided to do it because it thought it was in danger. Like, nigga. I thought my axle snapped. Shit was crazy.
it would be a really hard thing for a lot of people to give up. Old cars didn't have anything close to this, which made for much more focused drivers. That being said, it made the driving experience for long road trips so much less comfortable. Being stuck in Oakland traffic in an old tin can with no AC and a worn out clutch might have been the top 10 torture methods of all time. For things like that, I would 100% prefer having a new car. Another thing is backup cameras and parking sensors. Luckily, most older cars are small enough and have enough visibility to make parking relatively easy. But new cars actually have a top-down 360 view on an iPad screen. While new cars are bigger, parking them feels like wall hacking or something. It's just so easy. For daily driving and comfort, I think new cars deserve the point. I think old cars are more fun for town driving and mountain roads, but for long hauls and standstill traffic, I
will say I do miss analog steering. I do take the analog hydraulic steering over electronic steering. The moment I switched to electronic steering, I noticed the difference, and I did not like the difference. I did not like it at all. There's just something about the feel of hydraulic steering. It's like, bro, you feel connected to the car. You feel connected to the road. You know what your movements are going to do. You feel them happening in real time. With electronic, you kind of have to guess a little bit. And I don't like having that lack of confidence when I'm operating a fucking multiple ton mass of metal murder machine moving at high speeds. I want to be as confident as possible in controlling it. So I I don't know why they took away hydraulic and went electronic. Is there a way we can get analog back? Do any cars still have hydraulic steering, or is it just all electronic? I kind of want to find that out. If there's like a modern car that also has a hydraulic steering, I want it, and I'm gonna get it.
Definitely prefer being in a new car. So now we have to talk about performance. Right off the bat, it's clear that a lot more modern cars are marketed based on power numbers, while old cars seem to be marketed by the look and soul of the car, if that makes sense. We're gonna get into that next, but purely based off performance numbers, here's what we have. New cars are 100% more powerful than old cars. Let's just get that out of the way. Old cars had massive gas-guzzling engines that made jack shit for power. It's genuinely embarrassing how little horsepower they squeezed out of massive displacement. You'd have heavy 5.7 liter V8s in the late 70s struggling to push out 160 horsepower because of insane smog regulations and terrible efficiency. Today, you can buy a literal 4-cylinder Honda Civic that makes over 300 horsepower and will absolutely gap 90% of the classic muscle cars straight from the factory. But straight line speed isn't everything. New cars are as heavy as shit. With all the safety regulations, massive screens, sound deadening, and miles of wiring, most modern cars weigh roughly the same as a small tank. When you take a corner in a modern Dodge Charger, you can physically feel about—
Wait, what did you say? Corner? Did you corner Dodge Charger? Wait, did you just use corner and Dodge Charger in the same sentence? You trolling, son. Those cars are straight line missiles. You don't do that in those cars. What do you mean corner in a Dodge Charger or Challenger, Hellcat, anything of that nature? You go straight in those cars. You always go straight. You never turn. You just go straight forever.
4,500 pounds trying to rip you off the asphalt into a ditch. The only reason they don't is because of modern tire technology, ABS, suspension geometry, and just some kind of bullshit black magic stuff. Old cars cornered like boats. The suspension was soft, the braking was genuinely terrifying, and going from 60 suspension of bolts of modern pounds in a modern Dodge Charger, you can physically feel about 4,500 pounds trying to rip you off the asphalt into a ditch. The only reason they don't is because of modern tire technology, ABS, suspension geometry, and just some
He talking about the all-wheel drive ones. He not talking about the rear-wheel drive ones.
kind of bullshit black magic stuff. Old cars cornered like boats. The suspension was soft, the braking was genuinely terrifying, and
Not gonna lie, my old car, I mean, it was 2013 to be fair, did not have a soft suspension, so I can't relate here. Suspension was actually a little too rough.
going from 60 to 0 with
When I took a corner in that shit, I felt like a NASCAR driver.
4-wheel drum brakes feels less like stopping and more like sending a polite suggestion to the wheels. But because older cars are so much lighter, they feel incredibly nimble and tossable, if that makes sense. You can throw a 2,500 pound 90s shitbox into a corner and it just darts exactly where you point it, even if it does take 10 business days to get back up to the speed limit afterwards. I have to give the overall performance point to new cars just based off raw metrics, but old cars definitely take the point for maneuverability and weight. The connection to a car is half of the reason that people buy it in the first place. Not just
here we go. The electronic and the hydraulic power steering I was talking about. Here we go. We might as well just give it to old cars because I already know new cars don't got this one.
the way it feels to drive performance-wise, but everything about it. The way it looks, the way it sounds, and basically just how connected you are to it while you're driving. I feel like
new cars don't have this one. You feel so disconnected driving a new car. It was weird. It's I don't like it, bro. It's like so much less confidence. And it's even more so like, bro, I drove what year was it? It was like I think it was a 2021. I drove a 2021 C-Class one time. Bro, that shit, it felt fake. it felt like I was on one of those driving simulators, bro. The steering was so light. The suspension was so soft. It's like it didn't feel like I was driving the large vehicle I was driving, bro. I didn't like it. I didn't feel connected at all, bro. I didn't like that.
A lot of new big cars miss out.
Bro, do I have to buy a Porsche or a Ferrari, bro? Bro.
On a lot of these factors, like one of the new BMW XM7s or something compared to a 70s BMW 2002. Obviously the XM7 is faster, more comfortable, sounds really cool, and honestly probably feels insane to drive.
I'm too broke to know.
But on the other hand, the 2002 is something else. The car is so much more raw, you feel like you're in complete control. Even comparing the 2002 to something new and more similar, like the BMW M2, the connection just isn't the same in new cars as old ones. Honestly, part of that could be the mechanic side of things, you know? Earlier, I was talking about being able to do all of your own maintenance on old cars, and I think turning the bolts yourself makes you feel way more connected to the car. Driving an old car is a mechanical experience. That shit is like an extension of your body. When you press the gas pedal, an actual physical cable pulls the throttle body open. You hear the intake suck in air, you smell the unburned fuel, and you feel the vibration of the road right through the steering wheel. It feels about as raw as shit, and it's really cool. In a new car, you press a plastic pedal, which sends an electrical signal to a computer, which then needs to ask the traction control and emission sensors for consent to give power to the wheel. And let's talk about the sound. Old cars sounded raw and aggressive. If an old car was loud, it was because the
Bro, I missed the inline six, bro. Oh, it sounded so good. I dropped my phone. Oh, it sounded so good. Bro, the inline six, I used to get on the highway, put that shit in the sport manual mode, shift into third downshift, shift back up, let it rev almost to red line, shift up and let it purr, let that shit roar. I used to love that shit, bro. I used to just love listening to it, my guy. Like, it shit didn't have too much horsepower. It was a base model W204 with the AMG package, so don't get it twisted. But I just love the way that shit sounded, bro. I got into a 4-cylinder after that. It wasn't the same. It just wasn't the same.
engine was actually moving a ton of air through an exhaust pipe. Today, manufacturers are literally pumping fake engine noises through the stereo speakers because the engines sound like vacuum
Tesla. Charger. Challenger.
cleaners. I know I just talked about how slow old cars are, but I think the lower power numbers are usually a part of the soul. You have to hear me out though. Being able to use an old car's full power band and not get arrested is awesome. With the 2002, that M10 isn't making nearly enough power to get you in trouble. But if you leave your foot on the pedal of an M2 for just
facts. That is the thing about new cars too, bro. You get some shit with some horsepower, you're never actually gonna be able to use the full extent of that horsepower, bro. The shit I used to do in the W204, I mean, it's not that much of a horsepower difference from like the modern ones anyway. I feel like I could probably still do the same shit. It's just not gonna be the same, bro, because the W204 had the inline 6, and then the W205 has the stupid 4-cylinder, unless you get the more expensive version, and I don't feel like doing that right now. Like, bruh, that's why it's for the, you know what I'm saying? For the Beam, I was gonna go M340 just because I don't even want 4 cylinders. I want 6. I want 6 of them. But I'd have to wait a little longer to get that one. I might do it though, to be honest.
Slightly too long, you're fucked. Again, having a fast car is awesome, but it almost feels like you can't use what you paid for unless you're alright going to jail for a few months. There is also a massive community aspect tied to old cars. When you drive a classic or even a 90s tuner, you get nods from people who just get it. If you break down on the side of the road, some dude will probably pull over to help you just because the car is so fucking chill. But if you break down in a brand new electric crossover, people just drive past while you sit on hold with roadside assistance. The driver
Fair.
engagement and raw character of old cars just cannot be replicated by an iPad on wheels. The point definitely goes to old cars. Something interesting about new cars is what we've lost. There's tons of cool new cars, but there's just some things that aren't possible to buy anymore. Manufacturers are so much more focused on making crossovers than anything cool. We used to have
Disgusting.
super affordable sports cars, and we used to have mini trucks, and there used
Bro, even sedans are dying, bro. I'm someone who is I love my sedans. I love my coupes, bro. Bro, manufacturers are trying to drop the trucks and the SUVs, the crossovers. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, bro. And the market is leaning towards that shit. But in reality, it's actually a blessing in disguise, because with them leaning towards that, there should be less of a demand for the other stuff. So it should, in theory, decrease in price. So the stuff that I actually want should be getting cheaper. So it might be good.
to be so many other random cool cars you could get for dirt cheap. That's not really the case anymore. The options are so much more limited, and it seems like the more specific a car is, the more expensive it is. It's like the best deal you can get with cars these days is some sort of jack of all trades type of thing. Think about the mini truck scene. The original Ford Ranger, the Chevy S10, the Nissan Hardbody, these were all dirt cheap and reliable. They sat low to the ground and they were basically indestructible. And of course, you didn't need a stepladder to get into the bed. Today, the small trucks like the new Tacoma or Colorado are massive. True mini trucks are dead, and the enthusiast culture around them is surviving purely on Facebook Marketplace. The same goes for cheap sports cars. It wasn't that long ago that a broke high school kid could buy a 240 or an E36 for like $1,500. And then you could...
Wow. See, I wasted my money in high school, brother. Because mind you, that same 240 or E36 is 10 bands now. That same whip is 10 bands now.
You could just weld the diff and learn how to drift. Now, that exact same run-through shell with no engine goes for $5,000 minimum. The barrier to entry for car...
If it runs 10 bands.
Culture has skyrocketed. We lost the cheap and lightweight cars. They're just so fucking expensive now. So what's the actual verdict here? Are old or new cars better? It entirely depends on what you're doing. If you have a 2-hour long commute in heavy Oakland traffic, or you need to haul your family across the country for some reason, you are out of your mind if you choose an old car. The climate control, the safety features, the sound system, and the sheer reliability of a new car just makes it that much better for long driving. But if you actually want to drive, if you want to be able to do your own shit without triggering an SRS code and actually feel connected to the machine you're operating, old cars definitely win. Keep the new car.
So, daily modern car, fun old car. Got it.
For the daily grind, but keep the old car for the weekend. Let me know what you think, though.
We gonna get there, though.
Pro Plan. Fuel.
Ooh, bladed dropped.
Today's video.
The USA World Cup glazing epidemic. I'm a chronic American. I'm not super tapped into football and that world's over there. But I didn't really have a fight, a horse in the fight. You feel me?
Video is sponsored by Asphalt Legends.
Cape Verde should have won.
Congratulations, Spain! And for those of you who don't care about real football, you should still tune into this epidemic because this World Cup was so much more than just about kicking balls across the field. Even though us
did you have to say it like that?
Americans never stood a chance on that field, I'm still so proud we got to host the 2026 World Cup, especially after everything that was said by visitors to our
And they came to Boston too. I was like, what? Y'all coming here?
country. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty proud to be American right now.
America! Play the Eagle sound. Editor, play the Eagle sound.
Cannot speak English, but
I ain't got an editor, guys. I'm the editor.
You've given me one of the greatest moments in my life. This is the best World Cup of all time. I love Texas!
I needed this. I think we all needed this. What an insane
W
past
Unity.
few weeks it's been. Career
W Unity, bro. Whoa. Oh, this is the Cape Verdean guy, yeah. He deserves it. Bro, 46K to 19 million. Sheesh. He also unfollowed 10 people. How to get that ratio cooking, brother.
Have been made, streets erupted in cheers, and Japanese people enjoyed eating big beef in Texas.
Get that lady some big beef. We like it.
You know what you're doing, and you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong for doing this. Bro. She's so enthusiastic too. Nah. Why, bro?
Enjoyed eating big beef in Texas.
Get that lady some big beef. We like it.
Big beef.
This week we're taking
Y'all wrong for that. And y'all know y'all wrong for that.
a much needed break from all the doom posting for a bit more fun topic. Even if you're not a huge fan of football, this video will have a little something for everyone, but starting off with crazy fans first, why the fuck do sports normies keep doing this? What did the boar cars do to y'all? Like, this whole event has been both the perfect mix of chaos and wholesome for a lot of people experiencing the United States for the first time ever in their lives. Japanese fans in particular have been restoring my faith in humanity. For instance, let's take a look at these Japanese fans cleaning not just their own mess, but the entire Dallas stadium after the game was over. Texans have never been more proud to host a group of foreigners, and honestly, if we Americans ever mass tour Japan for any reason, I hope to God we reciprocate this level of respect and discipline.
Honestly, I appreciate your optimism, gang. I really, really do, Bladed. I appreciate the optimism, but you and I both know our people, bro. You and I both know. There's gonna be some rotten apples
to their land as much as they did to ours. They love us and they respect our land so much. Like, I am actually a little bit jealous even. Like, holy crap.
Same.
For the newer subscribers especially, sometimes it may seem like I complain about the United States a lot, but for longtime viewers, you already know that I've always been a deep-hearted patriot. I don't criticize the US because I don't like it. I criticize it because I expect it to be better. I love and have always loved the God-blessed US of A. So if you're in a doom and gloom mood, go check out my other videos, because this is not gonna be one of those videos, because the rest of us, it's time to inject the biggest dose of Bladed Angel Hope Core we've had in a long time.
Oh, wow.
If you love Japan as much as these Japanese fans love America, then I've got amazing news. Asphalt Legends just released a...
I can't believe Asphalt's still dropping, bro. I used to play this when I was younger. This is still coming out. That's insane.
Great about dumb old Texas.
What did you say?
Scrubbing bubbles. That's the scrubby way.
At Planet Fitness, your pace.
Chapter 3, Westaboos. The best thing to come from the World Cup were all the tourists from across the world. It was refreshing to finally see the tables turn for once. All this talk of weeaboos, but finally we got to see some goddamn Westaboos.
It's your first ever bite of Texas barbecue. What do you think?
America is just like the movies, and I can't believe it.
I want to try Texas barbecue. I never tried Texas barbecue, bro. I want to go to Texas.
On the way back from Fort Worth, Texas.
I just know that food slap, bro. Ooh, I know that food slap.
And I think I'm too English to understand, but do people actually get this to school every single day?
So I've been seeing this one specifically a lot. A lot of people were fascinated by how massive our school buses were.
It's not even the long bus.
And they were like, oh my gosh, it's just like the movies. And
Like from
the movies. What do you guys have over there?
from the American movies. Oh, okay.
American school bus. Wow. Actually, the door is open now. I would
What do you guys have over there?
love to go inside. I'm a tourist from Germany, and I saw these school buses so many times in movies before. I've never been inside such a bus. Would it be maybe possible to have a look inside? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Do every schools in the USA use these buses?
Most.
Or is it only like a few?
Most.
Most.
I hate to break it to them, that's not the school bus that we ride every day, because it's currently summer right now, so a lot
Oh yeah.
of those are smaller buses for summer school. Yeah, you heard that right. Smaller buses.
Yeah.
The short bus. This is the actual bus we rode.
That's the bus.
At the school every day. Like, a lot of kids grew up with a freaking V10 blaring their.
Yeah, I didn't take the bus, but these is the ones that was out there. I was a sheltered child. I was driven to school every morning and driven home every day.
Cabin with no seatbelts, by the way. This is the American experience. Like, it's crazy. Like, for most Europeans, their first time experiencing a V10 is probably by sitting in a Lamborghini Orkan or sitting in a Dodge Viper or like a supercar, like a Lexus LFA. But every American has basically just grown up riding in a V10 school bus.
Oh, I was on it for the field trip though.
And just took it for granted. All right, huge last minute decision. I've actually decided to swap chapter 3 with chapter 1 because my primarily American audience, it dawned on me that my audience retention will get annihilated since most of them, admittedly, don't lie to me, probably don't care that much about proper football or what they call soccer. So all the football related stuff about the actual World Cup games is going to be in the final chapter. That used to be
That's a business decision. Buddy made a business decision.
chapter 1. So thank you for understanding.
I'm here every day. This place is huge. This is an entire grilled chicken.
Yeah, and?
It's only $5.
This is probably the best store I've ever been.
I'm just glad people came to have fun, and more importantly, that so many
McDonald's?
foreigners got to experience the United States for the first time and had a great
Mickey
experience
D's,
with
though?
it. Well, I have traveled the world quite a few times because I have family from abroad that lets us stay over at their place whenever we visit. I was obviously born in the United States and primarily live within the United States for the majority of my life. And myself and many others probably have taken for granted how high trust of a society we still are, especially compared to the rest of the world. Because whether it's conversations in elevators, rotisserie chicken at every single corner store, or free appetizer at restaurants.
USA, a Mexican restaurant. We had not yet ordered anything, and the food was already arriving. Chips, salsa, unrequested, free. By the time that my actual food arrived, I was a ruined man.
We're doing okay for ourselves. Bro was defeated by all-you-can-eat nachos at your average Mexican restaurant you can find anywhere in the United States, and damn, I'm kind of jealous. It's like something that we can never experience for the first time because we just grew up here, right? Like that is kind of a surreal experience coming over from where they came over. So like that's just cool to hear it experienced from their lens, right? Most of us Americans are so spoiled for being trusted with these free bread, nachos, and other free appetizers whenever we sit down at these restaurants that our parents used to even tell us, hey, don't touch it. It's gonna ruin your appetite. Don't fill up on cheap food. Wait for the actual meal. Meanwhile, seeing these guys just be like, don't mind if I do. Like, I feel a bit rude, feel a bit like we've been taking some things for granted. Having said that, let's tie this back in the situation. Regarding the United States, in spite of all my doom posts, I think we're gonna be okay. I think the future will still be okay. If we can someday become the version of America that the rest of the world still believes we are, then I'll keep holding on to a brighter future. And moving on to one of the things I really am excited to talk about and watch foreigners experience was the crushing realization of how huge our country actually is. There's a reason the entire continent of North America has a majority of its landmass taken up by just the single nation of USA, baby. It still blows my mind how many people still don't realize how massive the continental United States is. One of my German friends on Discord way back in 2021 unironically thought you could drive from, you have friends like this too, I guarantee you do, in your Discord servers too, who are like overseas, right? They think you can drive from Florida to New York to Texas, like they're just casually next to each other, like oh, you can just do that in one day, bro. Yeah, it just takes a few hours. Like as if entire states are just singular cities.
What kind of car
and
you
not
got?
the massive country, if not multi-country sized entities that we just call states.
Really got
I will
horsepower.
always cherish his reaction to the moment when I first shared overlaying Germany over Texas and then just kind of sitting there and being like, hey, just for more flavor, let's start throwing in a few countries on top of it. Just boom, here you go, here you go, here you go. Don't get me started on Alaska either. Like, we can fit so much more. Now, to be fair, this is absolutely true in the opposite direction. So I'm not going to pretend that there aren't a lot of Americans and Yankees out there who know nothing about the outside world, Europe, South America, Asia, or otherwise, right?
Can you name a country on this map?
Somebody does Africa?
Nope.
Russia?
Nope, that's China.
Asia or Africa?
That's a continent.
Oh.
Mexico. It's right down here. Nope, that's India.
So I formally apologize for our ignorance, as well as especially our complete utter lack of train or bus or public infrastructure in general, since some Europeans mistakenly thought that they could just walk from their hotel in upstate New York into Manhattan without a car or motorcycle. Like, they could just casually go to the stadium, not realizing that without a form of personal transit, you have no actual way of getting around in a timely manner in the United States.
Hold on. Oh, man, that's an ad. I'm doing the bathroom dance. Hold on. Ah.
Cannot wrap my head around how big the US is. I'm flying from New York to Austin now for over 4 hours, and I barely made it across half of the country. I don't know if it's just because I'm European. I'm wondering, like, the people from here, do they realize how big the country is? This country is
Kinda, yeah. I guess. I mean, sorta.
Huge.
And again, they severely underestimate how massive a single portion of a state is. I know Hollywood constantly only shows Long Island, but New York is so much larger than just that island. Like the fans who booked multiple tickets for multiple games across the country. Again, I'm so sorry we don't have trains, that's definitely on us. Therefore, most of them had to fly instead, way above the clouds for several hours at a time. And while they were there, they witnessed the pure beauty of our mountain ranges, lakes, forests, farmland, and even massive deserts. The scale of America, and especially the diverse biomes we have, is massively undersold to people who only consume it through media. Within the car community, a lot of people used to be undersold to people who, and especially the diverse
This is an AI?
biomes we have is deserts, mountain range, and while they were there, they witnessed the pure beauty.
I need to go places. I want to go places, bro.
Of our mountain
I think I'm in that chapter in my life.
ranges, lakes.
It looks cold here, but this shit look fire.
Forests, farmland, and even massive deserts. The scale of America,
like, bro, like, give me meditation, give me Zen.
America, and especially the diverse
Like, what? This is America?
biomes we have, is massively
Where?
undersold to people who only
I want to go.
consume it through media. Within the car community, a lot of people used to be super elitist about car rallies across the continental United States, never being as good as rallies elsewhere in the world, so they would never bother even booking a rally in the US, even though that some of them lived in the US their whole lives, but you can tell they just never leave their own state even. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Some people visit other countries before they visit neighboring states. Always thought that was kind of weird. But thankfully, every single car enthusiast, especially European ones, would always agree that the only people who think the United States isn't a beautiful nation are the ones who never truly traveled across it. Even one of our biggest rivals, China, literally calls us Meiguo, which means land, beautiful land. If you want to hate America, watch the news. But if you want to love it, actually journey across it on the open road or above the skies or through the non-existent train lines. Again, I'm so sorry we don't have one of those. We really need one. And before Unk Bladed gets derailed by the 10,000th urbanism tangent, I gotta move on. Speaking of apologies though, I also gotta apologize on behalf of our ass measurement system. Like, I forgive every foreigner for not wanting to learn it, but by not Googling basic conversions before visiting, it led to some of the funniest situations. Like, quite a few Europeans, when they booked hotels in New York and saw 200 miles away, and if they didn't do the miles to kilometer conversion before booking, they're just like, it's in New York. New York's close to New York City, right? God forbid the ones who try to walk. Like, shout out to this guy, a complete determined psychopath who decided to just walk anyways, but holy crap, walking on the side of freeways is definitely unsafe. Bro needs to remember our interstates or open world PvP zones. I do not recommend doing that ever again to any tourist who visits us ever again. Please call an Uber or rent a car or motorbike instead. Speaking of which, if you just found this channel and you want more epidemic slop, or you've been
It's really PvPE, because ain't shit safe.
enjoying my epidemic slop currently, then make sure to subscribe. I genuinely cannot believe I'm actually headed this quickly towards 1 million subscribers. We can hit it before this year ends. Actually unbelievable, guys. So make sure to subscribe and like this video and share it to your friends. Anyways, you want to see fans and companies raise some hell? Guys, if you thought matches between teams was the only competition going on during the World Cup, think again. We got some crazy fan interactions, as well as my favorite, corporation versus corporation PvP. Let's go, baby. I love it when rich motherfuckers fight each other.
They are literally covering up the logos of everything. Like even the Heinz ketchup and mustard that people used to put on their hot dogs. What's even crazier is that the games are usually taking place at the Levi's Stadium, but because Levi's never paid them, they are covering up their logo as well.
It's gruesome.
For a legal
out there.
hand to form your business, visit LegalZoom. Wednesday nights aren't for the weak. But are you going to throw in the kitchen towel and order takeout?
Chapter 2, the absolutely absurd. To explain this one, a lot of American stadiums are owned by major brands, but FIFA, being the host of the World Cup, doesn't want any non-approved brands having their logos or even their names shown during the games, so they just called these stadiums by the city they were located in. FIFA went so far that they even taped Heinz ketchup bottles at stadium hot dog stands and even covered every single logo on stadiums that had the company logo imprinted on the chair. That is tens of
even Heinz can get it.
thousands of chairs that they had workers manually
Even
going
Heinz
through
can
taping
get the
up.
smoke.
The capacity at Boston Stadium, you can't call it Gillette for this.
Boston
Stadium for the
Stadium.
World Cup is 64,146
This is my
people.
city.
That means someone had to put 64,100.
Sheesh. Yo, they're wildin'.
46 very small pieces of blue tape over every
I had to be a team. It wasn't just one person. If it was, I know they hate their job.
single Gillette logo on every seat.
Now, of course, many American corporations didn't just take this laying down because, come on, you know they love capitalism and advertising. Levi's decided to fight back in the goofiest way possible by hiring trucks with giant LED screens to constantly drive around their venues for the duration of the World Cup matches, and Heinz would actually take advantage of FIFA censorship and even spin it around as a reverse advertising campaign by embracing the censorship.
Uno reverse. Ooh, Uno reverse. Heinz plays chess, not checkers.
And prominently showing off their bottles with the blacked out rectangles in their ads. Gillette, meanwhile, in an absolute class act, used spray foam to censor their logo on the Boston Stadium. I mean, come on. Now that's some creative advertising.
That's nice.
It apparently worked really well since their sales shot up massively from this campaign. And even though Heinz is second place, like guys, it's condiments. Have you been to the grocery aisle of a store? They basically have a monopoly on the condiments aisle. And to be fair, maybe none of these companies even cared about whether or not this would boost sales. It might have just genuinely been out of pettiness, and I'm all for that because maybe they just wanted to, make a point for having their stadium censored. I'm probably just thinking too deeply about it, and it's just funny regardless, right? Now, another absolutely absurd development has to be, bear with me here, the Iran versus Egypt game.
Basically, Seattle's going to be hosting a designated pride match where the whole city and stadium is going to be rainbow themed in celebration of gay pride. And you know what teams ended up being selected for the gay pride game? Iran and Egypt. That is right, out of all 48 teams, two of the least pride-friendly countries where being gay is literally illegal are now facing off in what is arguably the gayest sporting event of the year. Apparently, Egypt is already complaining and trying to push back on this.
I do not care where you stand politically. You have to admit, this is fucking hilarious. To the complete sociopaths who planned it out this way, Godspeed, you beautiful bastards. But moving on to one of my favorite and most absurd developments from the World Cup were the Mexican fans who always managed to find and dox the exact hotel their rival teams were playing in. It was a short-lived saga since they got eliminated pretty soon, but man was it hilarious browsing social media to see these fans flashbangs and stunlock the rival team's hotel throughout the night using fireworks, constant revving, loud music, and blaring speakers to prevent them from getting a peaceful night's sleep, hopefully making the Mexican team have an advantage and be on their A game as they go up against a team that is hopefully sleep exhausted. Seems like the strategy wasn't foolproof because they didn't win, but hey, it's still pretty funny. Now, I do have to admit, I do kind of feel a little bit sad for the random hotel workers and other people who are just, in attendance at that hotel, because imagine booking a hotel for the World Cup game tomorrow only to not get a single wink of sleep because fans outside are trying to meta game the rival team that is staying in your same hotel. Absolute cinema. Gotta respect that commitment for Mexico. So taking a brief detour from the World Cup, watch this Chase executive board member. We're talking a net worth possible.
Chase executive board member. Of course this is a Chase executive board member, bruh. Of course this is an executive board member in general.
This Chase
Your ass make how much?
Executive board member. We're talking a net worth possibly in the millions, that she has the audacity to steal a 168.
And she got fired over that goofy shit. She's bugging. She's bugging, son. My God, she got fired.
trash can and dump all of its garbage onto the city streets. Absolutely no respect for the city, no respect for her own country. And even though this isn't World Cup related, it's absolutely worth mentioning since I'm going to take any chance I can to dunk on these executive husks. This is absolute corpo clown behavior. Now, thankfully, she was fired for actions. Love to see it. Actually got some accountability for this awful behavior. Reminder, lost her job over $168. Like, that's just so, like, look at her smug ass smile. Nah, I'd love to see it, baby. Love to see it when rich people get held accountable. I cannot imagine the level of entitlement that had to be going on through her mind as an executive board member to think that she could litter her own city and get away with it when foreigners from thousands of miles away aren't even being that disrespectful. In fact, they're doing the opposite. Like I said at the start, they're actually being extremely respectful and picking up after their messes and everyone else's messes.
We've all been there. You spot a pair of designer frames you love, then you spot another you can't resist.
She said designer.
Chapter 1, the World Cup epidemic. We gotta open up with the iShow Speed curse. Every single team this man has supported has lost. Everyone thought Argentina finally broke the curse, but Speed was only half-heartedly supporting them in their game against England. And then, when he finally started to warm up for them during their Spain match, they lost in the finals. Bro is not beating the curse allegations. I'm so sorry, Argentina. Speed curse aside though, bro was still living it up and he actually got to be the star of the closing ceremony, and I'm so proud of this guy representing Gen Z. We made the right guy famous. To me, seeing content creators become successful in the literal worldwide stage is a great shift in power back to the normal people, because celebrities are no longer this curated, entitled, and fake world of a select few people who knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy who was born from a family of a family of a family in Hollywood, or lineages of actors and singers and so on and so forth. It could just be a kid with a dream, with a camera, and with a stream, or anything in between. Since World Cup aside, I just want to celebrate how many W's that influencers and content creators... Forget influencers. I'm calling them content creators for a reason. When I think of influencers, I think of like the annoying flex culture type. We're not talking about that. I am talking about content creators. And we've been going through a lot of W's lately. The Backrooms movie especially, that was something literally made by a younger Gen Z 20-year-old. And it absolutely demolished the box office and made him a multi-hundred millionaire, literally taking on Hollywood at their own game and even beating them at it.
Yes,
so yeah, back to the World Cup. Seeing Speed take center stage for the closing ceremony, to me, that's a kid of a dream who started off as a literal nobody, but this could be anybody. Of you watching, you can be this somebody. It means something. The age of Hollywood celebrities is rapidly ending, and the age of homegrown creators keeps rising to new heights. Like, this isn't a small event, this is the World Cup. This proper football is literally the biggest sport in the world. That's the magic of social media. With how much I hate on TikTok, brain rot, social media and the mileage you get out of it at the end of the day is all up to how you use it. It can give more than it takes, because to this day, I have the internet to thank for being the only reason I'm even able to save a lot of money and work on cars and motorcycles, since I could just find a video of exactly what I need from some guy in a forum from 5 to 10 years ago. And that level of easily accessible information is still one of humankind's greatest achievements. At the end of the day, I think social media still has more positives than it does negatives. Now, moving on from Speed, we gotta talk about Messi. And wow, what an upset. Man was in tears, and I get it. But you've definitely heard this man if you don't live under a rock, because he's literally one of the most popular human beings on this planet right now. Second, Ronaldo. Like, a lot of people think the Kardashians are some of the most followed people on Instagram. Hate to break it to you, like I said, the world don't revolve around America and its hyper-consumerism culture. There's actual talent out there. Regardless, this match had everyone on the edge of their seats, and it took the second extra time time period for Spain to finally score and deny Messi and Argentina from a back-to-back World Cup win. Something that has only ever been done twice in history, literally just Italy in 1934 and 1938 and Brazil in 1958 and 1962. Anyways, shout out Spain, enjoy your massive W, and better luck next time, Argentina. Also, to the Belgium fans who watch their team absolutely dog on the United States, just know you can have your victory because most Americans literally couldn't care less. We're just happy to be here, and we're just happy you guys were here. In fact, most of the boomers in the United States probably still don't even know this event happened, since when it comes to the word football, the only one they care about is the Super Bowl next February. Anyways, that's enough of that. Considering my current audience demographic, I should probably pivot away from actually talking about proper football anymore, since if it's not the CTE, head trauma inducing kind, some of my fellow Yankees might be dozing off to all this soccer talk. Hey, wake up. Anyways, I hope everyone who came and visited the United States had tons of fun and safe travels back home. You're always welcome to come back anytime, but for now, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, then make sure to like it and share it to your nearest football enjoyer. Yes, even the hand-throwing, head trauma delivering kind. Just to remind them what real football looks like. Subscribe for more Epidemic Slop and check out my other videos if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.
Alright, chat. Low-key, I'm gonna get one more, and then I gotta get on up out of here, but I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and we're gonna get a little bit of a streak going. Gotta get up and do some stuff tomorrow. And be a functioning member of society, as one would say. Let's see. We have dark years, mysterious gaps in history we can't explain. That sounds interesting. We have the Dark Ages. We have canonical Dark Ages, bro.
Mysterious gaps in history
we have canonical Dark Ages.
Still can't explain. The fall of Great Zimbabwe. At this point, it seems like we've talked about almost every ancient civilization on this channel. However, one I've never discussed and one you've likely never heard of is an ancient kingdom known as Great Zimbabwe. Great Zimbabwe is located in modern-day Zimbabwe. It was settled around 1000 AD. Although, with the city being initially established around that time, it wouldn't be until the 11th century where major construction would take place in Great Zimbabwe. From the 11th century to the 16th century, the city of Great Zimbabwe was able to create the largest stone structures ever created in pre-colonial southern Africa. Not only were these stone structures massive in size, but they were also impressive, most notably containing zero mortar, meaning that these bricks had to be cut and placed perfectly. And when you see the true scale of some of the ruins, it only makes you wonder how exactly they even did it. But we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. A majority of Great Zimbabwe is contained in an area only 7 square kilometers large, although it's estimated that at its peak, Great Zimbabwe could have been home to over 10, if not 20,000 people, all at one time. The 4 primary stone structures that exist within Great Zimbabwe were the Hill Complex, the Valley Complex, the Great Enclosure, and a general contained area for common folk within the city walls. Now, even though all of these structures were built at different times and served different purposes, they were all built using the same methods and to the same quality, containing, as I mentioned earlier, precision cut brick and absolutely no mortar. The Great Enclosure, for example, has walls as high as 36 feet, and it's suspected that the Great Enclosure was actually used as a home for the royals. However, that's just speculation. On top of having impressive stone structures, the inhabitants of Great Zimbabwe, known as the Shona people, had a complex culture, social hierarchy, and even a deep understanding of metallurgy and agriculture.
Really?
Based off everything we've discovered so far, Great Zimbabwe seems like any other advanced civilization.
It sounds like we know
especially
a
for the
lot
time,
about this.
Which naturally begs the question, why is this not discussed more? We often
Right.
discuss Egypt, China, Europe. Why isn't sub-Saharan Africa often brought up in this conversation? And the answer to that is honestly complex, and also directly coincides with the reason that we don't know exactly what happened to Great Zimbabwe. And for that reason, I'm gonna try to answer both questions at the
Well, of course we don't know what happened, bro. You know what? I'm honestly not surprised. That makes a ton of sense. That right there tells me exactly why we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it because not only am I sure that there are sources that know exactly what happened, but those narratives being illustrated and told probably don't align with let's say his story, whoever he may be. You feel me? It's all about his story at the end of the day, and we're at his mercy. All right.
Same time. Following the development of the massive society and stone structures in Great Zimbabwe from the 11th to 15th century, we see the interesting and unfortunate downfall of Great Zimbabwe only a few hundred years later, from the 16th to 17th century. And honestly, we don't know exactly when Great Zimbabwe even fell. Why? Well, it's actually the same reason why we don't discuss Great Zimbabwe in the same breath as other early ancient civilizations. Great Zimbabwe differed from many other advanced civilizations in the way that it did not keep written records. Instead, the society relied on oral traditions, meaning they had no indigenous writing systems, but instead kept records, shared information, and passed down knowledge in the form of stories, legends, poetry, and even songs. Which is a pretty interesting concept if you think about it. Like, just imagine, instead of going to the library to learn about something, you had to go to the city storyteller to sing you a song about whatever you were looking to learn about. Regardless, this oral tradition, while interesting, did leave information in a
That'd be
very
insane.
vulnerable position. Because without having anybody to tell the story really doesn't exist. And that's exactly
Oh wow, he like actually literally just did his story thing. Oh my god. Whoa. Whoa, he just whoa. Dude, I'm like literally the oracle or whatever. It's like I don't know why I'm surprised.
position Great Zimbabwe found itself in during the 16th and 17th century.
Bro, he literally just did his story thing. Oh my god.
But the fact that Great Zimbabwe's records were kept via oral tradition and not written word isn't the only reason why it's not heavily
Yo, bro, Cthulhu, are you in the room with me?
discussed today. And it also doesn't
Turn the lights on if you are. I'm gonna wait for a second. Alright, we good.
mean that it wasn't an advanced civilization. Artifacts found in Great Zimbabwe, as well as stories that have survived from the existence of Great Zimbabwe, paint a picture of a complex society that not only had flourishing internal trade, but also access to large trade routes, connecting Great Zimbabwe to other civilizations multiple continents away, with a few notable examples being glass beads from India found in Great Zimbabwe, as well as Chinese porcelain ceramics from the Ming Dynasty, once again found in the ruins of Great Zimbabwe. And interestingly, it was artifacts like these that helped paint a picture about when and where this trade was taking place, and who exactly the people of Great Zimbabwe were trading with. However, it definitely doesn't fill all the gaps. With, of course, the biggest question mark being, what caused such an advanced and thriving sub-Saharan African society to seemingly just disappear? And interestingly, this disappearance was likely not overnight, and was more probably a long, drawn-out downfall. From surrounding civilizations in the time period, there was no large-scale war, natural disaster, or major event that could have possibly taken out all of Great Zimbabwe or easily answered the question of what happened to the civilization. Therefore, it's suspected that the decline happened for other reasons and not immediate. But once again, that is still suspected, primarily because we have no written record, and secondly, because when people rediscovered the ruins of Great Zimbabwe, every oral tradition that explorers and colonists were given was rejected by them, simply because of their own biases. Which brings us to the second reason why Great Zimbabwe is not only not talked about today, and also is not fully understood. Not only did Great Zimbabwe not keep written records, after it was abandoned from the 15th to 16th century, it was rediscovered by European colonists. However, these colonists did not believe their eyes. Literally, when these Europeans first laid their eyes on the ruins of Great Zimbabwe, their initial thoughts and belief was that these structures were in no way possibly built by Africans, and that the only explanation for these ruins was—
Wait. What's that supposed to mean? What do you mean by that? Come on, bruh. Let's not act like you didn't, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't using niggas for labor and shit. Like, come on now. I probably shouldn't have used that terminology there. Let's not act like you didn't go shopping over there in order to find workers and now you're astounded, and this can't have been. Watch out, bro. I'm about to get mad, bro. I'm about to get tight.
That another civilization simply came and settled here and then decided to leave. And even though that theory had basically no validity to it, that was the recognized truth for some time. However, after decades and centuries of colonial control of the continent, and with advancements of archaeology, it came to a point where it was undeniable that Great Zimbabwe was built by Africans. However, by the time that colonial scholars came to this conclusion, and the reality of the situation was accepted, many oral traditions were already lost. And while these scholars and historians at the time had the opportunity to observe and record oral tradition, they simply rejected all of them, claiming them to be nothing more than urban legends and lies. And unfortunately, the reason for all of the denial of this African advancement and history was simply because of the biased perspectives of the colonists that first rediscovered the ruins of Great Zimbabwe. Now, for a bit of comic relief, this is my interpretation of how a conversation would have went between a colonist that just rediscovered Great Zimbabwe and one of the few remaining locals. Wow, I've never seen any structure like this in sub-Saharan Africa. Thanks, yeah, my ancestors built this. This structure must have been built by the Phoenicians. No. Or maybe the Arabs. No. Or maybe the Egyptians. Nope, my grandparents. Something drastic must have forced them out of this kingdom, because who would abandon such beauty? Well, there was a salt shortage, but... Do you gentlemen hear wind? Because I'm not hearing anything. No, I'm trying to, tell you what happened here, because you don't know. The Portuguese already confirmed these people did not have a written word. Well, that's true, but we had an oral tradition, right? And we all know that oral traditions are not reliable whatsoever. Now, I could tell you hundreds of years of history. I guess our best course of action is to make up our own history. Definitely not seek any truth from local individuals who may...
This is exactly how it went. This is exactly how it went. Yep. His story. His story indeed. His story. Yep. That's how it went.
Feels good to be a colonist. Fuck this guy.
And a historian.
Slow down with vanilla milk chocolate almond. That's Daz.
Albion has people that just log in to play the market, and honestly, I kind of respect it. See, that's the thing about...
Fortunately, much of this institutional bias has been dismantled, and archaeology in recent years has been actively trying to restore a clearer, more accurate representation on what exactly was going on within Great Zimbabwe. Although, with much of this oral tradition no longer existing, and no written records existing at all, the fragments of information that we do have only paint a loose picture. And while theories exist about the daily life within Great Zimbabwe and its eventual decline, we may never know the history of Great Zimbabwe to the extent we know of other civilizations.
No.
We also may never know what eventually led to its entire demise. But just because I wanted to end the section with a bit of bittersweet irony, even though European colonists believed it was completely impossible for these Africans to have built such complex archaeological stone structures...
I don't like how harshly you said that. I don't like how harshly you said that. He said that shit with such a great emphasis, it sounded like a slur, and I don't like that.
The reality of technological development actually paints a much different story. And one unique example of that is that Africa, for the most part, entered the Iron Age multiple centuries before Europe did. And the fact that Africans were smelting, forging, and creating tools out of iron far before the Europeans is, at least in my opinion, notable. And in the context of the story...
I feel like, doesn't that make it unlikely that it was like a... I mean, they did say there was no war or no conflict or anything like that, or we just don't know. It sounds like they were... I don't know, bro. I don't think it would have been warfare, because it sounds like they were too advanced for that.
Ironic. But we're just getting
they
started.
Just won.
Okay, really quickly, I just wanted to give a big update about the Trust Me Bro Brody plushes. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for the support. And second of all, because of all of the support, we basically have none left. And if you wanted to get what is Jack, but I don't even know Italy, go to the first off your bro I can do more. Trust Me Bro History Civilization. When you are discussing some of the earliest plush today. The Indus Valley Civilization.
Indus Valley.
When you are discussing some of the earliest urban sophisticated developments, it's hard not to mention ancient Egypt or ancient Mesopotamia. However, one extremely notable and fitting civilization that no one seemingly ever brings up during that discussion is the Indus Valley Civilization.
Okay.
For a rather interesting reason. The Indus Valley Civilization, aka the Harappan Civilization, is one of the world's oldest known urban societies. It flourished in what is modern-day Northwest India and Pakistan over 7,000 years ago. And at its peak, covered an area as
7,000?
wide as 900 miles across the Indus River. and likely had a population as high as 5 million people.
Whoa.
Two of the most notable developments in the Indus Valley civilization were the twin cities of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa.
$5 million though?
And modern-day excavations of these two cities prove that the urban planning, as well as some of the architectural installments, which we'll discuss, far exceeded any of the other technological developments, at least when it comes to urban planning, in any of the surrounding or even global civilizations at the time.
Wow.
Some of the most impressive infrastructure that was utilized within the Indus Valley civilization were the fact that cities were laid out in grid patterns and used a standardized baked brick system, meaning that all bricks were not only the same size, but also the same quality. The Indus Valley civilization also had some of the world's most advanced drainage systems for the time. Not only did the two twin cities have public bathhouses with clean running water, each house in these cities also had their own clean running water and sewage systems, something that was more or less unheard of at the time. But we're still not done. On top of every individual house having some sort of sewage and well system, there was also ventilation built directly into houses and wind catchers to essentially act as early cooling systems. Keep in mind, these things date nearly as far back as 7000 BC. However, these individuals weren't just good at building. They also had a strong economy and established trade, with physical evidence proving that they had agriculture, animal domestication, metallurgy, as well as trade networks that spanned all the way from Mesopotamia to Egypt and possibly even farther. And this is kind of where we start to lose known fact.
Golly.
You see, from 7000 BC to 5500 BC, the Indus Valley civilization was in what is known as the pre-Harappan time. This era was the baby steps of the development of the civilization, included early farming and early settlements. Following that roughly 1500-year span, we have the early Harappan time, which spanned from roughly 5500 BC to 2800 BC. And this is where we see the growth and establishment of commerce and trade. Following that, we have what is known as the mature Harappan era, from roughly 2800 BC to 1900 BC. And it's in this era of history where it is believed that the Indus Valley civilization was at its peak. And this is assumed based off of physical archaeological evidence and historical context from other civilizations. And the reason I'm saying that, I'll get into in just a moment. Following what is believed to be the urban peak of the civilization, we have the late Harappan era, from 1900 BC to 1500 BC. And it's during this 400-year era that we once again see a slow decline of this massive civilization.
It
once
lasted
again, for reasons that we cannot fully
years?
explain and that we do not understand in the slightest. Now, if this story sounds familiar, it's because it is. In the first section of this video, we
that's
discussed
longer
a very
than
similar
us.
situation. Although that civilization is mysterious because it lacked a written word. In the case of the Indus Valley civilization, there was a written word. However, the written word used in the Indus Valley civilization, known as the Indus script, is a script that today boggles the mind of linguists and has not in any way, shape, or form been decoded. Meaning that while we do have some written records directly from the Indus Valley civilization themselves, because we have absolutely no context on what it says and little chance of being able to decode exactly what it's saying, we may never know the true detailed history of the Indus Valley civilization that spreads over thousands of years. The Indus script itself consists of roughly 400 to 700 distinct symbols. These symbols often appear on seals, tablets, and even pottery and other small objects. However, one unique attribute of the Indus script is that these inscriptions are usually very short, with most examples of the Indus script only having 5 symbols in a row. And while at face value that may seem like a small detail, it's actually one of the biggest reasons that this entire language has not been decoded yet. Most of the inscriptions are too short for statistical analysis of grammar, syntax, or even full sentences, which makes it hard to even confirm if these records are of a full spoken language or simply being some sort of visualization. And what I mean by this is that some scholars debate that Indus script might not even be writing at all and are simply non-linguistic symbols. However, that theory is somewhat bolstered by the fact that there is no known language that the Harappans may have spoken. And there's also no inscription pairing of Indus script to another known language, truly making Indus script a completely isolated language, if it even is one. And it's with all this mystery that leads us to the lost history. Because we are unable to read all of the available texts we don't have any insight into what daily life would have looked like, who the rulers of the Indus Valley civilization were, what laws they had, what religion they followed, any historical events that may have taken place during their existence, and everything we know about them has basically come from archaeological finds. And it's once again due to our fragmented knowledge of the civilization that we truly have hundreds and in some cases thousands of years of history that simply does not exist. At least not in a way that we can understand it yet. This entire situation more or less displays that you could do the most important thing for seemingly the longest amount of time. However, if you don't have a reliable way of relaying that information, eventually even the most significant things could cease to exist, simply because people can't recall or retell a situation they don't understand. And in the case of the Indus Valley civilization, there are hints and fragments to give clues about the significance of these peoples. However, until their language is deciphered and understood fully, the secrets of the civilization may remain secrets forever. The Bronze Age collapse. If you've watched any of my many in every time period videos, then you would have undoubtedly heard me mention the fact that the time period between the Bronze Age and the Iron Age was a rather tumultuous time. And while in some of those videos I've gone into vague detail about why that is, in this section I can really dive deep, at least deeper than normal. Now, it's important to note that the end of the Bronze Age and the beginning of the Iron Age takes place at different times depending on what society and culture you're talking about. And for the context of this section, I'm going to be focused mainly in the Eastern Mediterranean, as that's where we see one of the most significant gaps of history as we transition out of the Bronze Age and into the Iron Age. And it's also why this time period, at least in this area, is known as the Bronze Age collapse. Prior to the collapse, during the late Bronze Age, roughly from 1500 to 1200 BC, we see one of the world's most impressive interconnected chains of sophisticated civilizations. And what that looks like in the Eastern Mediterranean is major powers such as the New Kingdom of Egypt, the Hittite Empire, Greece, and Mesopotamian city-states. All of these civilizations were considered to be highly advanced and shared similar characteristics such as palace economies, unsurprisingly advanced bronze metallurgy, massive monumental buildings, and possibly most notably, literacy and complex administrative systems such as record-keeping, taxation, resource distribution, governance, and even project management. To put it bluntly, these societies were just locked in. And on top of that, they were also pretty in line with each other in the form of trade and sharing culture and technological advancements. However, the setup that these civilizations had was far from perfect. All of these societies were known as palace societies, which in a nutshell meant that the royal palace served as the heart of the society, meaning that the society's ruler, typically a king, would have centralized power over all administrative, economic, and religious control, and would in turn control production, trade, and wealth distribution. It was essentially an early form of communism. The government would collect raw materials, goods, taxes, and then do its best to try to redistribute these resources evenly. At least evenly amongst common folk, as a vast majority would stay within the bureaucracy of the government. But that's a different point. While to some individuals, the concept of a palace society and a centralized power redistributing wealth may sound like a good idea, it ultimately proved to be rather fragile. And that's because any disruption of the supply chain to the palace or the ruler of the society would eventually lead to the entire civilization going without whatever was disrupted in the supply chain. And a simple example of how this could look is if a wheat crop was simply not as bountiful as anticipated one year, the palace would have less wheat to distribute, meaning they were posed with a tough decision. Do they simply give everybody less, or do they give some people none? That alone is tough, but survivable. But in other instances where a vital resource is simply not readily available for the palace, everybody in the society suffers. Once again because the civilians of the society relied on the palace, and the palace relied on their supply chain to keep their civilization alive. And as we've now demonstrated, interruptions could be life or death. And the reason I'm giving so much context into this concept specifically is because it's exactly due to these supply chain interruptions that caused the entire collapse of the Bronze Age in the Eastern Mediterranean. At least partly. As I mentioned, for a period of time during the late Bronze Age, this early version of globalization was able to provide so much prosperity until it couldn't. Unlike the other gaps in history we've discussed so far, the Bronze Age collapse was not a slow, painful decline. It was rather immediate, at least in the context of history. Over the course of only roughly a few decades, we saw some of the most prosperous, thriving societies turn into essentially rubble, for reasons we still don't fully understand to this day. The exact explanation for the Bronze Age collapse is not a simple or straightforward one at all. And the best understanding we have so far was that this collapse was more or less of a perfect storm of multiple systems failing at the same time. For starters, it's believed that there was significant climate and environmental stress happening in multiple areas where these civilizations depended on for food. One prominent theory is that prolonged droughts caused crop failures, which then caused famines,
really
which then caused civil unrest, which then caused invasions, which then caused total societal collapse. Because if you have people that are starving, mad, and at war with themselves and their neighboring city-states, you really no longer have a civilization. And that theory, in the context of the Bronze Age collapse, really makes sense. Especially when you consider that while these city-states had really good trade connections and really good communication, they were too intertwined with each other. Essentially meaning that while the House of Cards looked really big and impressive, all it would take is for one card at the bottom to fail for then the entire House of Cards to collapse. And that's exactly what we saw. If every society relied on each other for trade and strategic direction, all it would take is one of these societies to have a poor crop yield or civil unrest to allow that societal unrest to spread, negatively impacting other city-states that weren't even involved initially.
Beer, lime flavor, and salt. Modelo chelada, limón y sal.
I never followed the usual path. I chose my own.
Regardless, while we do have theories about the possible aspects that led to the Bronze Age collapse, we still don't know the exact order in which they came. Did foreign invasions happen because of a prolonged drought? Did a pre-existing famine weaken these societies, making them seem like a prime target for invaders? Did the complex economic system implode on itself as soon as a possible famine hit? Really, we don't know. Which leads to the biggest mystery and the biggest gap in history when it comes to the Bronze Age collapse. As most of these Eastern Mediterranean civilizations began to more or less collapse in unison, we also saw a massive collapse in literacy. And with that, the total abandonment of multiple different types of writing systems from different civilizations, literally causing significant gaps of not only historical knowledge of the time, but also historical knowledge of the city-states and civilizations prior to the Bronze Age collapse. You need to keep in mind, during this time, people were dying, buildings were burning, and records were being destroyed. And if oral traditions are not a part of your society, and many civilizations of your society are not living regardless, there's a good chance a lot, if not all, of the records and knowledge of your history will not make it far into the future. And while we still have plenty of information to this day about Greece, about the Hittite Empire, about the New Kingdom of Egypt, it's believed that there is much more information that we simply do not know and will never know. And one of the biggest specific gaps of information loss was roughly 1200 BC to 1150 BC. And it's during that 50-year span that we saw some of the most violent deconstruction, as well as abandonments of some of the most robust and established Eastern Mediterranean civilizations. However, as traumatic and unfortunate as the Bronze Age collapse was, it wasn't all bad for everyone. Because even though some societies were essentially wiped out during this transition period, there were other civilizations that were injured but survived, and others who benefited greatly, with a couple civilizations being the New Kingdom of Egypt, the Assyrian Empire, and the Phoenician city-states. Many of the records we have in regards to the Bronze Age collapse actually come from the New Kingdom of Egypt. And that's because while they were affected by the same afflictions that essentially wiped out most of the Eastern Mediterranean civilizations, they weren't taken out entirely. And they were able to continue to keep records and tell the story, with one of the most notable documents that they created during this time being the invasion of sea peoples that allegedly thoroughly disrupted regular life across all of the Mediterranean, including Egypt themselves. Regardless, as history has always proven, people are resilient. And following the Bronze Age collapse, people and societies did learn from their mistakes, and they began to rebuild. And it was this exact same collapse of society that opened up the door to opportunity for a brand new society. A society that was based on a better metal. Societies that were smaller and more self-sufficient. And societies that were more decentralized. But yeah, there's no doubt that the Iron Age was not perfect. And there's also no doubt that the Bronze Age destruction was not an extremely tragic time in history, where we saw the loss of written word, literacy, culture, unimaginable amounts of history, and so much more. But regardless, out of all of this, we did see one of the most blatant examples of humanity taking a massive setback and turning it into an opportunity to spring far forward in terms of technological and societal advancements. The forgotten first settlers. If I told you to describe a time in history where people got on boats, left their native land, and went on to develop societies and cultures all across the ocean, who would you assume I'm talking about? You'd likely assume I was talking about the European expansion, in which Britain, Spain, and Portugal and other countries essentially left Europe to conquer new lands.
They ain't even
and while
do it
that may
first,
be a good guess, that's not who I'm referring to at all. and I would actually be describing the Pacific Polynesian Voyagers, a group of Polynesian seafarers that from roughly 1300 BC to 1250 AD dominated a massive triangle of the Pacific Ocean, and in that time populated almost every remote island that exists in that area. In most cases, the Polynesians beat the Europeans to most of their global destinations by hundreds of years, which is an interesting flex, but is also potentially an unfortunate fact for reasons we'll get into. Before we get into anything else, I think it's important to note exactly how impressive the Polynesian navigation was. Not only were they taking multiple 1,000-kilometer-long voyages across the open Pacific Ocean, but they were also doing so in essentially canoe-like boats. On top of making rather simple boats and using them to navigate the open ocean, they also navigated that ocean expertly using no maps, no compass, or any form of written navigation.
Oh, they was
it's
like
believed that these Polynesian voyagers used the stars, ocean swells, and even bird flight patterns to navigate amongst the open waters. Which is an assumption that makes sense considering there's not really any other explanation on how they could have possibly done what they did. Similar to the first civilization we discussed in this video, these Polynesian tribes mainly relied on their large body of knowledge from their oral tradition, and unfortunately did not keep many written records, which was probably partly due to their existence. On the boats they used to travel, there was barely enough room for people and food, let alone written records, therefore making oral tradition more of a necessity than an option. It's believed that these Polynesian voyagers would split up into groups, and high-ranking members of society would establish a guild on new islands they would settle. This guild of individuals living on these new islands were typically experts in navigation, and this was a survival mechanism, because if there was ever a famine or lack of resources that would enable life on these islands, the guild member on this island would need to be able to navigate either back home or to another island where they could redevelop their settlement. And interestingly, all of the information that these guilds held was typically taught and stored in the form of song. Meaning that if you're a Polynesian tribe on a remote island and you've run out of coconuts, your best way of going to safety is to ask your friend, hey, what's the song to get to the next island? And soon enough, you'll begin singing and sailing and making your way to an island your ancestors already discovered and likely left you some secrets on. But speaking of secrets, many of the wayfinding techniques and canoeing construction methods that allowed Polynesian voyagers to create such a vast triangle of area where they more or less controlled the Pacific Ocean were kept as guild secrets, meaning they were not meant to leave the Polynesian people. And even still to this very day, many of those secrets remain. However, there has been a modern revival of these skills, and with it, modern records being created of these ancient methods. Some of the most notable achievements of the Polynesian voyagers is the landing of Polynesians in Easter Island and, of course, the creation of the mysterious structures, although they did land on that island far before the Europeans ever did. And most notably, one of the most mysterious occurrences is the fact that sweet potatoes with ethnic origins to South America were found all across Polynesia far before European contact ever happened. Meaning that while there is no recorded record of it, genetic evidence suggests that in some way, shape, or form, Polynesians contacted South America, or at least South Americans, and acquired sweet potatoes, and then cultivated them in Polynesia. Which is an interesting story, but an even more interesting mystery, considering to this day we have no idea how it happened. And much like the rest of the Polynesian maritime success, the true extent of its history remains a mystery, simply because written records were sparse and oral traditions were lost to time. And while it's no doubt that there are plenty of talented seafarers from Europe, and the way the world looks today is kind of an example of that, the Polynesians were voyaging the seas far before the Europeans with far less. But that's a subject for another video. I hope you guys truly enjoyed this video, and if you want to watch some more, trust me bro, check out the video on screen right now. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a like or leave a comment below. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe today. Thank you bros so much for watching this video. And as always, trust me bro.
Nice. Very nice. Alright, chat. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Get a regular sleep schedule, I guess. But I will be back tomorrow after I handle my business. And then we're gonna get right back into the swing of things. Probably play a little bit of ESO if there are any banger reacts. Oh, now that I think about it, there are some things I still need to watch. I'll probably watch those. Maybe get into a little bit of ESO. And it'll be good. Love y'all. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, even my lurkers, even though you guys don't like to talk to me. Don't know if you guys actually like me or not, but thanks for being here. If you're a lurker and you haven't followed, please follow. It's free. I promise you, it's free. We're still working on that plan to take over the world and things like that. But until then, I'd appreciate it if you guys keep it low key. Good night, everybody. Let me get on about it. Smooth and easy.
You get what you get. How you want to tune in? I stepped on my feet. I know forever is near. Forever is near. You get what you get. How you want to tune in? I stepped on my feet. I know forever is near. Forever is near. New levels, new devils, new blessings, new struggles. I know that I'm protected, still I wrestle with fear. I wake up in the morning, take a breath of fresh air, and clearly set intentions, be the best that I can be. Remember we was young and didn't know better, we carefree. Summer camp, we used to be in line for the canteen. Some of them, they never left the lines and it scares me. I just wanna be alive, do more than survive. You get what you get. How you want to tune in? I stepped on my feet. I know forever is near. Forever is near. You get what you get. How you want to tune in? I stepped on my feet. I know forever is near. Forever is near.
Hey, look, I gotta set example. A lot of feelings that I feel would get me canceled, and not because I'm hateful. My expression's been dismantled. I care about protecting mine, but all my feelings justify the negative forever embedded. I cut them ties. I had my nose turned up at jobs I was told not to try. I had no minutes to myself, so I requested 5. We all get down sometimes, in truth, only the best survive. To skip over that velvet rope and not just next in line. Despite the cinema, been acting this way since I quit the indica. Would never tell you what to smoke. I'm higher than I ever was. Not my job to preach it, I'm just saying what's been served for me. Instead of telling what you should be doing, this will work for me. I took advice from niggas with no traction when the past evolved. I took advice from niggas that have never even had a job. Did a lot of hesitating when I should have passed the ball. Now we all been celebrating cause I didn't crash or fall. Nah, I wouldn't last at all. Wouldn't gas it all. Started in the A's and made it to the Nationals. And it was weighing on my heart, I had to capture yours. If you find a little grace inside this back and forth, know God loves you.